Good evening, one and all. Are we feeling the Euro fever? Yeah, actually, the Euro fever. To be fair, I'm feeling the Euro fever. Very much of a UK fever. I'm a little bit under the weather. Truth be known, it's like hit me like a wet fish. Really, I was fine about a couple of hours ago. Now I don't feel well. There's lots of it going around, but I'm hoping that England and your lovely company can perk me up a little bit ahead of a massive semi, quite frankly. We'll have a little chat about the England team. We'll have a little chat about Gareth Southgate. We'll have a little chat and a little bit of conversation from yourself in the chat. We'll find out what you're thinking. We'll have a little chat about match bingo. We'll have a little bet. Hopefully, win some of you some money. I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit more confident about the bet tonight, actually. So I don't know why. I just sometimes you do it and it feels a little bit unrealistic. We'll try it. I just think we always need a high scoring game really to try and win any money, and I have a feeling that this might be. So evening, everybody. Everyone, nice to see so many names that I recognise in the chat. And we're going to hopefully have a bit of a good evening tonight. I feel like we've stumbled into this into this semi-final in many respects, but it's hard. The words Gareth Southgate has done well do stick in the throat a little bit with me, but I do want to say that I want him to do well, and I want England to do well, and I feel we just haven't clicked, and we have not played well yet. And as cautious as Southgate is, England have some remarkable players. And I do feel just by law of averages, at some point, we're going to have a good game in us. They're going to click. I don't. There must be patterns of play in training. There must be little cliques and little niches and little pockets of play where some players understand each other's games, and it has to happen. That really does. And I just wonder if that can happen tonight. I mean, look, quite frankly, obviously to get through tonight would be absolutely huge. If we did so, then there would be a completely different task at hand, and a very, very formidable team would await us at the weekend. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not confident, but I have a feeling, a stirring in me whatsits actually, that England can actually do it tonight. I don't think it's blind faith, because I don't have an awful lot of faith in it at all. But it's something. I don't know why. I just feel we find ourselves in a situation that a lot of other countries would really love to be in. And yeah, a semi-final. I mean, that is not to be sniffed at. And of course, Gareth Southgate has got a good record at getting to semi-finals. That much is for sure. Right. Let's have a little look at the team, if you wouldn't mind, please, Charlie. It's the team itself is a little bit underwhelming, and I'll tell you why. It's because Trippier's still in there for me. I would have done some other changes. I don't know if you watched the preview myself and Gio did. Would have done some changes anyway, aside from this. I would have brought Gahey back. I don't have an issue with that. It's just a lack of balance that you have in the team when Trippier plays there. And it's there for all to see. And it basically means one half of the pitch doesn't function. And you can get away with that in certain games, but I think that the further you go in a tournament and the better the opposition you play, the more you're going to need both sides of the pitch to function. And I would never call Gareth Southgate arrogant, because I don't think he's an arrogant guy. I think he's probably quite a humble guy. But there is a level of arrogance into thinking you're going to swat these teams aside or even beat these teams with one half of the team basically not functioning, or whatever, 1/3 of the team not functioning at the left-hand side. That being said, Southgate probably thinks that at the moment his tactics are working. Maybe, just maybe, Southgate doesn't want to attack down that left-hand side. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's just part of it being solid, and it's to go down the right. If those are the tactics, and the tactics are to win games late and to get through late, then they're working. I would suggest they're quite risky tactics, but there you go. Anyway, so it's Pickford, Walker, Stones, Gahey, Saka, Mainu, Rice, Trippier, Bellingham, Foden, Kane. It's not just Trippier. I think Foden's a bit of a lucky boy to be included. Nothing to do with talent, nothing to do with the season. Really good, really good season he's had. But I don't think he's done anything particularly well for England in this tournament. I think you could probably say that Bellingham's been a bit under par, but he has scored 2 goals, and one of them was an absolute. He scored the first goal of the tournament, and then an absolutely sublime rescue act with his overhead kick. So it's hard to make the case that Bellingham shouldn't be in the team. I think if probably as one of the substitutes, I'd be looking at this, thinking, looking at Foden and thinking, well, I wouldn't mind a chance at that. I do wonder if things aren't going England's way. Quite possibly Southgate's going to have to make changes a little bit earlier than he has done. It was very frustrating. I know I don't just speak for myself on this. To look how late he left the changes last time was frustrating. Ultimately, it worked. It really did work. And I'll just to go on what Chris is saying here. As soon as Shaw came on, we looked balanced. Harry said our attacking down the left has been pony all tournament. Absolutely right. I think what Dean is suggesting there when he said and Kane. Yeah, Kane has been absolutely underwhelming. He really has. That's why I would have dropped him into the number 10 for this one. Because I think at least you would get a long shot out of him. But for me, it was either move Kane, get Kane a strike partner, or drop him. The one thing I wouldn't do was what Southgate's done here, which is leave it exactly the same. Let's have a look. Hello there. Mark says, evening Gonzo. If we get to final, I fancy Jared to come on last 10 minutes, scored the winner, pick up his second European medal and make history again. I mean, imagine that. Imagine the story. I do feel that Southgate's probably succumbed to a little bit of media pressure with regard to the golden boy being Cole Palmer. And I like Palmer. I do, but I don't. He's not as direct as Jared. And I think Palmer is better whenever I see him central. I'm not sure Bowen features again in this tournament, which is a real shame because Bowen's a hell of an effective player. And I think over the course of a season, particularly with Palmer playing for a big club, I would expect him to sort of pick up more, maybe more goals and do more stuff. But actually, if I needed someone to run directly and have one shot, even if it's outside the box, and score a goal, then I would pick Bowen, and not just because he's West Ham. And I'm not overly being a favourite to him. I've said all through this campaign, if you've watched regularly, I've always said I would have started Saka in every game. So I'm not saying just chuck Bowen in there, but as a substitute, particularly if you're chasing the game, yeah, it's something that I'd certainly be looking to do. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll have a bet in just a second. Before I do, make sure you got your match bingo cards, by the way. You're getting 2 free cards for tonight. So you buy 3, you get 2 extra ones. We've had some big winners. In fact, we had someone scoop £200 on the last England game. Actually, the last Netherlands game. It's not even including last night. We haven't got the data back from last night. Quarter-final Netherlands game. We had. Who we have? I think we had 2 winners actually. So we've had loads and loads of winners. I'm just trying to think. The last time I looked, we were over 90 winners on Match Bingo. Match Bingo, you know what bingo is. You get a load of numbers on a card. Rather than there being numbers on this, there's events that will happen throughout the game. It's basically a throw-in. It's a goal kick. It's a corner. It's a card, that sort of thing. Every time one of these events happens, it ticks off one of the things. There's 3 lines of 5. Get a line, you win some money. Get 2 lines, you win some money. Get a full house, you win some money. £2 per place. The stakes are very, very low. But Kiddie Winkles, you can't play it, unfortunately, because it's a gambling app. So it's 18 years and above. But if you want that special offer, get and do it now before the game starts. As I say, people are winning money. Links in the description below. Match Bingo. It's funny you should say this, Harry. I mean, they give away a lot. I give away a lot of money. A lot of money. You can even read it in the comments where people say, I've won. So John, those people say they've won at Match Bingo. Southgate would be good at bingo. Yeah. He'd probably be too frightened to call out the numbers, though, wouldn't he? Anyway. That's that. That's for the Match Bingo. Go and check that out. What we'll do now, I think, is we will make our bet. I'd love to give someone some money. If you're unfamiliar with this, what we're going to do is we're going to try and predict the score for tonight's game. 1-0 is not going to do it because the odds are crap. The idea is we predict the score, we predict a couple of goal scorers, and then we're going to basically try and give one of you guys the money, the winnings, hopefully win some money, and we'll just give it to someone that's in the live chat. Simple as that. You do know you could just record the spiel once and drop it in. I do. I am totally and utterly aware of that. We can drop things in. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't mind doing it at all. And to be fair, could record the spiel once, but we wouldn't be talking about England. We do West Ham games. We wouldn't be able to talk about the Netherlands and all the rest of it. So it's fine. And also the offer is different. They're only running that offer for this game. So anyway, right, let's get on to it. We need a scoreline for tonight. I don't even care whether it's. I don't care what the scoreline is. Just keep it. That 1-0 is probably not going to do it. I would put 1-0 on, but it means one of you guys is not going to win much money. So let's have a look at some of the scorelines for you. You're saying I'll wait and see till something tickles my fancy. This is interesting. 3-3. That would be chaos. I mean, that'd be. I'll tell you what. Andy Walsh, I'm going with that, Walshy, because I tell you what, it was right next to the other one, which you see in the chat. You and Rob have both said it at the same time. So what I am going to do is, do you know what, Simon? Again, mate, it is just a bit of fun. There may be no point in it, but it might happen, and I just want someone to win some money. All right, that's it. I could do 1-0. I'll give away 20 quid or something. I don't want to do that. I really don't. I want to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. So we're going to go with the boys 3-1. Whilst I'm putting that in, give me some goal scorers. It will take me 2 seconds to put that 3-1 in. Okay, that's a decent start to the bet. I'll tell you what, let's try, and rather than do 3 goal scorers, let's do 2 goal scorers. Then we'll try and do a card as well. Try and make it a little bit more realistic. So we've got Declan Rice. We've got Harry Kane. Harry Kane hat trick won't be happening. Rice. Harry said Rice. Somebody else said Rice. Kevin said Rice as well. We'll do that. We'll put Rice in. Declan Rice to score a goal. He's had some decent shots, hasn't he? Right. Okay. Right, give me. Oh, blimey, they're a bit tight, bit stingy with these odds, but hey, okay, that's fine. We'll go with it. Give me one more. I put Stones on last time, Walshy. I'm not doing that. We also took your suggestion. I've seen Kane mentioned, Foden and Rice. You know what? Kevin's there. Let's do that. Let's go with Foden. It's about time he stepped up. He's a good quality player. The quality has got to shine through at some point. You'd certainly hope so. Anyway, wouldn't you? Right, let's find out. I've sort of omitted him. Oh, no, he's there. He's there near the top. My word, these are crappy odds, it has to be said. Give me a card, please, folks. Either team card. We won't do a sending. We won't do a sending off. Definitely not. I don't know what the referee's going to be like tonight. We've seen some decent referees in this one, actually. Gakpo goal or shot on target. Might have a look at that, Harry. I might have a look at that while we're doing it. Keep your cards coming in. I'm not sure if we could do player shots. Do you know what? Actually, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to do that. I've got Gakpo in there, and we'll do a card as well. And the card is going to be Bellingham card. Trippier, Bellingham. Let's do Bellingham. 3 of you have said Bellingham. So we're going to do player card. We won't do sent off at all. Okay, odds are looking a bit better now. Jude Bellingham. Add to bet slip. Let's do that. Right, plain and simple. There you go. There's the bet. The bet is placed. There you go. Right then. We'll do a play on words for this one, and I will tell you what the phrase that pays will be. But let me just go now and tell you exactly what the bet is on this one. It says there are no bets to display. I'm not sure it's bloody done that. I'll have to go back and do that. That's quite annoying, really. My bets, there are currently no bets. Bet in play. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? This is it says I've got a bet. I don't know what it's done with it. But anyway, you heard what the bet was there. It was Declan Rice to score. It was Phil Foden to score. It was Gakpo with a shot on target. And it was a Bellingham card. It was 3-1 to England. 3-1 to England. And that means that if that bet comes in, then somebody is going to win £500. Somebody in here is going to win £500. We're going to do a little play on words for this one. I don't know why they've changed the guys. They've started calling him De Vrij. As I used to call him De Vrij. So we're actually, for the purposes of this, we're going to call him the Devrigerator. So you put that into the chat. Devrigerator. I don't care how you're going to spell it. Basically, look, see that guy there? Where is it? Him. Like that. Devrigerator. That guy under my finger there. Type that into the chat. If that ridiculous bet comes in, I'm giving one of you, like that, Mr. Collingwood, one of you is going to win £500. There you go. Kevin, hold on. Excuse me. I don't normally drink this gear. It tastes a bit medicated. It's a bit cherry-like, but it also tastes a little bit like medicine. But anyway, it's there's something not right about it. There's something not right. It was left over. It was left over in the fridge. I needed like a little sugar surge before I did this this video. I went with a Dr. Pepper. I don't think I'm going to be having a Dr. Pepper again. There's Sketch. Hello, mate. The refrigerator. There you go. Get it in. It is. Do you know what? DC's right. It's fizzy Benylin. It is. It's. Oh, there you go. It's. Let me just say this. Sorry, it's going so quick, the chat. Dr. Pepper. You know, from a camel's ball bag. Collingwood said, the clue is in the name, Gonzo. That's the doctor part of the drink. I hadn't even thought of that. It doesn't taste like pepper, though. That's in it. It's not right. I'm telling you, it's not right. I won't be having that again. Anyway, Robert said adult cowpole. It is adult cowpole. And to be fair, it's not really done the job. I'm not feeling a massive sugar rush from it anyway. Lucas, no, we do not. Well, actually, we'll always take an extra sponsor. Don't get me wrong. Imagine if we did get sponsored by Dr. Pepper and I had to drink it on every show. For the right money, I could manage it. Don't get me wrong. For tuppence, I'd probably leave it. So there you go. What are we thinking today anyway? We've done the bet. We got all the admin out of the way. We've done all that stuff. What are you thinking for today? Is anybody confident? Anybody confident? Sorry, someone's put some Partridge stuff in there. We love a bit of Alan Partridge. Is anyone confident for tonight? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a little bit. I've got to say, I think it's just the rush from the Dr. Pepper. I do believe that England have got a chance. Look, I said to Gio in the preview, almost anything can happen in this one. And it's not a cop-out. And when I say that, I mean nothing would surprise me. If England went 2-0 down really early, that wouldn't surprise me because I think we've been inviting it upon ourselves. But us winning, well, also wouldn't surprise me. But extra time when I do think, though, that our players look tired. We've had a really heavy bit of extra time in the last round against Switzerland. And I just think we need to get this done in regular time. In the 90, 94, 95 minutes, whatever it might be. Extra time, I just don't fancy us. I just think we're going to be cream crackers, quite frankly. The game's been played at Dortmund Stadium. They have leaks in the roof. I've got to say, the pitches have been awful. I know I said I've got to say it, but they have been bloody awful. I think they relayed them too recently. They've just not bedded in. They've just not rooted in. I'm surprised there hasn't been more serious injury because of the pitches, actually. Tommy, you're a dude. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. Tommy Clark. There you go. He didn't make a comment. There you go. £1.99 super chat. Thank you very much indeed, young sir. England really should win this 2-0, says Grouch. We have got Danny Boy says, I think we'll get stuffed 3-1. Dick Turpin, the highwayman, says subs need to come on early. Well, yes, I agree. I mean, hopefully they don't need to. Hopefully we're in the lead, but we'll see. Sketch says England will win this one well, revert to type and lose the final. Oh, it'd be imagine. Sharky, Dutch are a good side. They're a really good side. They have some excellent players, Holland. I do like that. Xavi Simons. I know you're meant to say Simons. I'm going with the Simmons. If you change one, you've got to change all of it. Can't just go out with a name. If you're going to start doing the names, then you can't even say Barcelona anymore. You've got to say Barcelona and Numancia. So it's Xavi Simmons. Anyway, there we go. Mr. Charlie Walsh, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. It worked eventually. Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good. Looking forward to it. You?
Yeah, I am looking forward to it, actually. Got me Dr. Pepper. Did you notice? Did you tune in for that bit?
I missed this bit. I missed this whole bit you've got going on with the Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
I'll tell you what. Shout out to their graphic department. That's a solid can. You know.
It's I think has it always been that style? It feels like it's always been that style.
I'm not a Dr. Pepper person, so I couldn't tell you.
Neither am I. It's purely accidental.
An accidental Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, because it was in the fridge, and I didn't buy it. Well, no, that's a lie. I did buy it. I bought it for someone else who was coming over, and he was driving, and he didn't drink or anything like that. And I said, "Can I get you in? I get you a drink a bit." And he said, "No, I'm not drinking. I'm driving." I said, "Don't want a beer." I said, "Well, can I get you in a drink?" And he said, "Oh yeah, get us in a Dr. Pepper." I just never expected anyone to say those words to me.
No.
So I just got like a little 6-pack of Dr. Pepper. So I did feed him Dr. Pepper when he was here, but it's left some Dr. Peppers in the refrigerator. And yeah.
What's your pepper stance? What's your Dr. Pepper stance?
Well, I was saying to the boys and girls in the chat, tastes like medicine.
I've only had it once, and this was when I was much younger, and I don't remember liking it. I don't remember thinking this is something I want to double down on. You know.
So I went to 5. I've got to go soon. But I didn't know about Five Guys until a year ago, and people in the Patreon Addicts chat will know this because I went bonkers. I went. I was having I kicked off, but I was in utter disbelief.
Yeah.
Basically, me and the kids went to Five Guys. And we went there. I'll have the thing and the cheeseburger and the drink, and we'll have the stuff. Thank you. And then you do that, and I got to the till bit, and they said like 70 odd pounds. But what?
Yeah.
What? I think there's been. I think there's been some mistake. I can't have been the first person that did it, so I was very late to the Five Guys show. Anyway,
it's very expensive.
It completely ruined. The milk. So so everyone had the burger and the drink and everything they wanted. They had Oreos in their milkshake and all that stuff, right? Honestly, more chips than could sink the Titanic, right? So got this pile of chips that are cooked in peanut oil, right?
Yeah.
A table full of chips. There's in the shop. There's sacks of potatoes everywhere, right? The place looks like a clinic because it's all white tiled. No cushions on the seat. They clearly don't want you to stay in there for very long. Yeah, and all of it's Five Guys is brilliant. So anyway, here I am, bank account's empty, sat in amongst a load of sack of potatoes, right?
Yeah.
And the one saving grace was the they gave him a cup, which is very nice of them. You could eat some peanuts while you're waiting as well. I should bloody think so, right? But anyway, when you go onto the machine, you can go onto Sprite. And it's all different flavors. There's a raspberry Sprite and a cherry Sprite. And I thought, well, that's quite impressive.
I'll tell you what, it's very expensive. Well, I'll tell you two things. First thing, very quickly. When I worked in a charity in Wood Green, me and my friends, when we would go to lunch, the ones I worked with, one of them would go to Five Guys pretty frequently. And I was like, I know your wage. You are making poor life decisions, my friend. You are making poor life decisions. The second one is... This is expensive. I will say that it's very expensive. Slim Chickens is the one. Slim Chickens is the one, Gonzo. When we were on holiday last year in Northern Ireland, we were in Belfast and we were in a shopping centre and we saw this place called Slim Chickens and we just went, should we just do it? Should we just try it? Yeah, fine, whatever. Had it. Was like, this was a moment in my life, revelatory moment in my life. We were like, oh, it's such a shame they're not in England because this bangs. Looked it up. Oh, there's a couple. They're dotted around. Oh my god. Oh, it's good.
Well,
Very good.
Okay, I'll go and check it out.
But but expensive.
Fair play with a pen, Charlie, may I say.
It's you inspired me from last time, and you know what's really good is my like ADHD riddled brain. It's just there's so many different things you can do with it that just it's the perfect fiddle thing. You know, I'm sat there thinking, working. I could just like do whatever I want. It's great.
I know someone else won the election, but if I'd have got in, I'd have banned every other pen.
You don't need any other pen.
Don't need a pen. It's a bit everyone. So talk about. I talk about my education. They'd be saying, Prime Minister Gonzo, what is your education policy? I'll say, well, you should have found that out before voting for me. But now you've asked, every student's going to get one of these pens.
Have you seen the ones where it's got like 10 different colours? Oh, you've got one.
I do. Whether I can find it before I have to bugger off is another matter. I thought
about this the other day, Tommy, by the way, while you find it. Tommy Clark, Wingstop's top tip. Also, Tommy, thank you for the second 199 as well. Not just the first one, the second one. Pick for yellow for time wasting. It's very smart. But Wingstop, I walked past the Wingstop the other day and I did have a long think about going in. Jesus Christ. Look at that. How many colours?
I don't know. But they're trying to tell me something. Have you noticed? They want me to use the black ink. That has a longer Whatsit, a bit like myself, has a longer Whatsit than everything else.
Well, I mean, you know, realistically, like if I tip this off, right? If I tip this off and you can see the ink inside, the one that's run down the most is black. The second is blue. The other two, not even at the cutoff point yet.
This one's barely been used, to be fair. I need to find my leopard print one. Anyway. I've got to go. Charlie, I'll see you for the final.
Bang. Thank you. Yes, I shall see you then. Cheers, Gonzo. Appreciate it. Enjoy the show. It's Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. Compensating is very good. Hello, everyone. Sketch, good. Like, hello to you as well, sir. Hope you're well. Hope everyone's good. We are rocking about for the Netherlands versus England in the Euro 2024 semi-finals. It's huge. It's absolutely massive. And realistically, it's one of those situations where at the beginning of every game, I feel a little bit different. At the beginning of every game, I'm sat here, I'm going, we've got to do this, we've got to play this way, why aren't we doing this, why hasn't he made this changes? And then at the end of each game, when we get through, I don't care anymore, I'm just hyped that we're through. And for the first time, and this is maybe a bad sign more than anything, for the first time, that hype is carried through for me. I'm in a situation right now where I'm just excited to watch us in the semi-finals. The idea of like, we should have made this change, we should have made that change, we should have done this, we should have done that. All those things I would usually talk about and usually feel, for some reason they've just dissipated. And I don't know if that's a bad sign, that in the end, we're in a situation where I've just stopped sort of thinking about all that. And that's when it's going to go poorly and we're not going to get through. I don't know. But we are one game away. We are 90 minutes away in theory, if we don't go to extra time, from a final, a European final. And in a situation where you haven't played that well, that's just genuinely very exciting. Now, my confidence, as Ionix, by the way. Chuck, good to see you. Who saw Charlie's win match bingo tonight. Rob, it's going to happen. Better win match bingo. We'll see. We'll have a look through it in a second. Link in the description below. You've got just enough time to get your cards for the England match now. If you jump on now, link in the description below. You do have to be 18 plus to get involved. Am I confident? Is a different question, and the answer is probably no. And the answer is probably no. Very good, M. Collingwood. Very good. Love it. No, I'm probably not confident. I can't sit here and act like I'm confident. The Netherlands, their team running across the bottom of your screen, has a lot of very good players, and they are a very decent side, right? They're not quite the toppest of tiers. You look at Spain and you're like, Jesus Christ, we're going to get run over here. The Netherlands, maybe not quite that, but when you look at the 11 that they've got on the pitch, rolling across the bottom of your screen, Van Bruggen, Dumfries, De Vrij, Virgil van Dijk, Nathan Ake, Schutten, Reinders, Malen, Simons, Gakpo, Depay. That is an incredible team, and their bench even has some big boys on there with De Ligt and Wijnaldum and Berghorst and Frimpong. Like, they've got so many good players in this team. Brobby, my God, do I want to see Brian Brobby? No, because he can probably score against us, so probably not, but I love the guy. I'm not confident, but I'm looking forward to it, and at this point, that's all I can really ask for, because the team is the same. However, let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. Hit me from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident, 10 being the most confident possible. How confident are you of a England win this at the Dortmund Stadium? exciting, exciting times, ladies and gentlemen. A great stadium, a great venue for hopefully a great match. It's England versus the Netherlands. Come on, you Lions, deploy the boys. It's time to run two things. Shout out to the boy Peach. And we're on the way. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. One day it will happen. Today is the day. Match bingo, of course, is the well, it bounces around for England at the moment. Match bingo is, of course, our sponsor for the Euros. Massive thank you to them. Its link is in the description below if you want to get involved. It combines betting football with bingo. So instead of having, for example, someone read out 88 and then you tick it off on your sheet, you have events on a bingo card. You pay £2 to get a bingo card, and then you get a bunch of them just ticked off for me. They tick off automatically. So, for example, the Netherlands, at some point in a second, because it's slightly ahead, will be caught offside. And it will tick off. You get one line, you get money. You complete 2 lines, you get money. You get a full house, you get money, just like in bingo. And there's prizes to be won. Legitimately, everyone apart from me keeps winning. Gio has won. Gonzo's won twice. Many people in the chat have won twice, including Robert, who's just in there. There are many people who have won, and you could be that too. 18 plus has to be the case because it is technically betting. £2 per card. But if you are that, get involved. Link in the description below. And thank you very much to Match Bingo for bringing us the game. 4-1 win. Then we'll beat Spain on pens. You heard it here first. Dave, bold, my friend. Bold. See it as a 50-50 game and we always lose those. Yeah, fair. Can't rely on luck and pens every time. See France, it's a fair point. Ball back to Pickford and boom. I will be, of course, slightly behind you as always because the ITV app online is just the way these things go. Or battling. So Saka has started again on the right-hand side. I'm not entirely shocked by that after last time, if we're being honest. Bellingham just getting caught a little bit needlessly there by Simmons. Does well to sort of get his foot in to just stop it from going any further, and Rice controls it back again, but a little bit caught. I'm not entirely shocked about Saka starting and Trippier starting. I mean, Trippier, I was hoping wouldn't start, but realistically, if Luke Shaw's not ready, the second Luke Shaw is ready, he'll be in this team. I'm very, very confident about that. And so if he's not ready yet, then it's not entirely shocking that Trippier would be the guy. We don't really have any other options. I think before the last game, I would have made a very strong argument for Saka on the left and Trippier on the right if you are going to have to start those two. But realistically, given the performance Saka had in the last game, moving his position seems foolhardy. So I'm not entirely shocked it hasn't happened, even if I personally would have considered it. Seen a lot of praise, Kobe Manu just on the ball there. Phil Foden fouled. Seen a lot of praise for him, and I'm really happy because he's made me a believer. Not that I didn't thought he was bad before or anything, but like I look at him now and I'm like, this guy's sick. This guy's so good. I'm more confident West Ham. Yeah, DC. It's probably fair. If I won Match Bingo, it would kick off. I came so close last time. I got the line complete and everything, and it was just after everyone else had completed the lines and got it. It's fuming. It was fuming. We have it, and we actually have it. Is this set up? If I press this button, this is a risk. I shouldn't probably do this. Let's see if it's set up. Oh, it is. There you go. There's all of us. So we've got Gio's cards, we've got Gonzo's cards, we've got my cards. So we can keep let me refresh that. So we can keep an eye. So you can see here, look how many we've got ticked off already. We're rocking. We're rolling. There's Gonzo's. He's got a couple ticked off. They've got a couple ticked off as well. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm confident this time, he said, lying to himself more than anyone else. It was a good opportunity there from Dortmund, not from Dortmund, from the Netherlands, by the way. Malin almost charging his way through, bullying his way through. I want as many people to join as possible because I want them to win. But at the same time, please stop because I would like to win as well. Short pass from Bellingham to Harry Kane. Finds Saka, who's inside the area on the right-hand side. He's got Walker on the overlap. Decides to cross it in towards the back posts. Wasn't bad, but De Vrij there, nodding it away. Love a bit of him. He's a beautiful man. What a centre-back he's been for so many years. Underrated. Foden looking for the through ball to Trippier. Offsides, just a little bit awkward there. Didn't pass the ball too quick enough there, Foden. T-Bong saying, come on, the Dutch. Fair play, T-Bong. If you want to stick around, John, more than welcome to, sir. Fans of all teams are welcome, as per usual. I can't even watch it at the moment, which bothered me until I saw the lineups as DC. Fair. Thank you very much, Deese. It's very kind of you. It looks like it's going to be our most open game already. It does look relatively open so far, doesn't it, if we're being honest? Trippier exposed already. Forgot to get my card, says Timmy Elite. Make sure to get in before the final. The final's going to be big, and if England make it there, oh boy. Oh boy. Southgate ineptitude tick. This is the thing. I don't actually bet at all. This is the only betting thing I understand. I don't understand any other form of betting. I understand it, but I don't get the intricacies of it. You know what I mean? That actually make you capable of winning on a consistent basis. This is the only one I understand. And it's probably because there's just, I don't have to understand anything. Saka does really well there. Snip the ball away on the halfway line, plays it in towards Kane, who gets taken down, but it rolls back to Saka, advantage played. Bellingham was just stood still there. Saka carried on running. The opportunity, the momentum at least leaves us. There was a moment where it opened up and it looked like something was about to happen, but a little bit of miscommunication potentially between Saka and Bellingham wastes it just a tiny bit. And England end up passing it all the way back to defence. They keep the ball in possession, but they do end up passing all the way back. Little curved ball over the top. It was a nice idea. Bellingham tries to charge onto it, but Van Bruggen collects. GPT's left foot noting. Netherlands 3-1. I could see it happening, T-Bone. I'll be honest with you. I could see it happening. Oh, Declan Rice gets taken down there by Simmons and hits it. And that is an absolute screamer of a goal. It's 1-0 to the Netherlands. Xavi Simons taking the ball off Declan Rice, charging forward and then smashing it in from range. 7 minutes in, the Netherlands are 1-0 up, and that is an absolute belter from Xavi Simons, stealing the ball away from Declan Rice and then thumping it home. Absolute thumper. Fair play. The Netherlands all celebrating together as a team as well. You can see Van Dijk giving instructions, but there's been a lot said about Xavi Simons for a long time, and that's why. What a goal. Declan Rice controlling the ball and just gets caught by it. Xavi Simons nips the ball away from him, charges forward, and then what a finish. It's awfully done from Declan. Awfully done. And then Simons charges forward. Kyle Walker's there. Doesn't get close enough. He doesn't come out to meet him. And then Simmons falling over as he hits it. And it goes flying into the top corner. 1-0. Well, it's not the ideal start. It's not the ideal start. Now, you could make the argument that for us, it doesn't really matter because we keep going down and coming back anyway. But not the ideal start whatsoever. 1-0 to the Netherlands. Simon says goal. Solid. Bad keeping. Potentially could have done better from it, Mark. I agree with that. Going 1-0 down is what we do. Exactly. It's what we do. It's what I do. Now that's 1 for England. Now that's 1-4 for England. We got this. I could see, yeah. Cardinal sin from Rice. It was really poor. Really poor. Dink over the top looking for Harry Kane. Can't quite make it work. Bellingham does really well there. Goes down a bit emphatically. I don't like how he went down there, but he's won a free kick. And I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but yeah, I don't know. He went back a bit emphatically there, for being honest about it. He's literally dribbling with the ball on his head. And then the Netherlands player comes in and tries to header it away from him, connects a little bit with Bellingham. Pickford poor, says Obsidian. Is Kane still inside touchline cooler box? He's about. More reasons to hate Rice. Listen, I don't hate Rice, but that was terrible from him. That was god awful from him. Free kick to England. Over to the left-hand side, probably in line with the edge of the box. You're talking verging on 30 yards away, maybe 20, maybe 25 yards away. Foden standing over it alongside Kieran Trippier. Bellingham still receiving treatment for the head. It doesn't seem to be any blood there. I don't know whether they've done anything to close up a wound or anything, but there doesn't seem to be any blood or anything. Just getting a head wipe off the pitch while the Dutch player is on the pitch. Be interested to see who takes this. Foden's taken a lot of the set pieces, but you could see a situation which, if you get an in-swinger from this scenario from Kieran Trippier, an in-swinger with some of the bigger names, Harry Kane, John Stones, those man, Declan, sort of charging through the centre of the pitch, where the in-swinger can sort of, all it really require is the briefest of touches to go in. Could be a thing. But again, I suspect it will be Foden, although Trippier cleaning stuff off the ball, so maybe he is the one who's going to take it. Both Bellingham and the Dutch player are going to start off the pitch. Yeah, Foden takes it. And it's headed away because of it, yeah. Mellin trying to play it out quickly towards the pie. No, sorry, it was Simmons. Saka does really well to win the ball back there. He's looking lively today, Saka. I like this. He does well to take it past his man. Gets a foul from behind there. They could have made the argument it was 50-50 there in the Netherlands, but it was basically a shoulder barge in the back. So 105 million, we robbed them blind. Listen, I think he's a wonderful, great player, but Jesus Christ, was that all from... Great, powerful shot, but IMO Pickford was trying to do something worldy instead of saving it. I'd have to look at it again. Interesting idea, but I would have to look at it again. Like I say, I feel like there was definitely an argument to say he could have done better. Didn't quite see it, but I feel like there's definitely an argument to say he could have done better. But Rice and Walker maybe could have closed him down. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Walker, but yeah. We're going to get another free kick again here. A little bit now, we're talking 30 yards away. That one from Trippier towards the back post. Declan Rice is there, controls it in. Harry Kane trying to lurk his way into the box. It's a really nice idea, but... Close. Going to be a throw to England. Left-hand side, inside the corner quadrant. Bellingham comes for the short option. Kieran Trippier looking to take it. He's got Declan Rice there as well. Offside from Kieran Trippier for a second time. After the back pass from Declan Rice straight to him. Somehow is offside. Yeah, it was incredible. Someone else start taking the free kicks. It's been awful all tournament. Yeah, I've not been keen on them. I think Foden had one that came close a couple of games ago, but I don't know. I get the outswinging thing. I probably would have preferred an in-swinger in that instance, just again, because all we need to do is just put it in the danger zone. Someone gets a head onto it, and then all of a sudden it's in the net. But I don't know. Kane in a deep position, hits it from range, forces the save from Van Bruggen. Gets down into that bottom corner where it was destined to go in from Verbruggen. Gets down. I'm going to pronounce his name about 8 different ways in this stream. I'm sorry. Gets down. Solid hand to it. Again, he's getting the space. He's dropping off. And the Rij and Van Dijk are both giving him the space. Which you understand why. But maybe a little bit of a mistake from him. Because if Kane can start just pulling the strings in that area and we can get Saka running in behind and stuff like that, we may be able to do something here. But so far, it has been mostly been our ball, even if the result is not going super well. Bellingham with the turn. Lays it into the path, was looking for Foden. The slide tackle stops it, but Kane picks up the ball, finds Saka in the box, tries to cut inside onto his left foot. Saka looking for the shot, can't find it for ages. First shot deflects. Kane! Oh, just over. Just over from Harry Kane. He's down holding his foot quite emphatically as well. There maybe was an argument to be said for Saka to pull the trigger earlier or to play the pass, and he just kept running. The shot then takes a deflection up, and Harry Kane's there, volleys it, or sort of hits it first time in the air. Dumfries is there trying to get the block, and maybe his studs hit Harry Kane's foot there. He's still down, but Kane causing problems, Saka causing problems. I'm liking Saka so far. He's carrying in that energy he had in the first game once again into this one, and I like it. I like it a lot. But I need to not look at the match bingos because I keep getting stressed that Gonzo are going to win ahead of me. I'm looking at, I'm like, oh no, he only needs 2 more on that line. Oh no. At least we don't have Ronaldo on free kick duty. He'd shoot it if he was fouled. Yeah. I'm fine with watching him cry. It's quite fun, to be fair. You know, just is what it is. Ooh. There's a potential penalty check happening. I don't think it will be anything. Always going to the screen! Halfway through them talking about Harry Kane being just that, not Harry Kane took, all of a sudden the commentator started talking about a potential penalty check popping up on the board, and they're going towards the screen now for a potential penalty check. I guess it would be on Harry Kane from Dumfries. High foot, is that what we're saying? Harry Kane hits it on the volley. So Harry Kane's foot on the volley is coming across to hit it. Dumfries' foot's like that. Stud's obviously at the bottom of his foot. And Harry Kane connects with it here. Ball goes up and Dumfries does connect with it. Whether or not that's a pen, I don't know. But it's gone to the check. I don't think it will be a pen, I would guess. Oh, it is a pen! It's a penalty! It's a foul anywhere else on the pitch, said M. Collingwood. The recommendation, I think, was no pen, but Dumfries has given away a pen on Harry Kane. That's a disgraceful decision. Pen, maybe? Studs up? I'll be honest, I don't think it's a penalty. Lee Dixon, who I think it's Lee Dixon? Is it Lee Dixon? I think it's Lee Dixon on the commentary is saying he doesn't think it's a pen, which is maybe the only time me and Lee Dixon have ever agreed on anything. But yeah, not a pen. A yellow card for Dumfries. Which, I'm not going to lie, I think it's harsh. It's a penalty, but Shocker, who takes it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to stop looking at chat, of course, because I know you'll be like a minute ahead of me or whatever. But we do have a penalty and a chance back into this game. Verbruggen, who is, of course, the Brighton goalkeeper. Harry Kane is going to be the one to take it. He's apparently staying on, and he's going to take it. Scored his last 9, I think it is. I mean, the graphic on the screen looks like he scored his last 9. I can't see any red circles. Harry Kane to take it. At the Dortmund Stadium, of course, the Bayern Munich player steps up to make it 1-1. To give England back into this game, a chance to get back into this game. We've been knocking on the door. This is a wonderful opportunity that we need to take. Harry Kane. Oh, and he finishes it very nicely. Very, very nicely indeed. It's 1-1. It's directly into the corner. It was really interesting seeing the graphic. They were either all in the bottom left-hand corner or a couple on the right-hand side of the net. And he put it directly into that bottom right-hand corner. So that bottom left-hand corner. Inch perfect. 1-1. Whether or not it should have been a pen or not is by the by at this point. It is 1-1. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. We're back in it, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in it. Slotted. Great pen. It really was a great pen, to be fair. That's a really nice penalty. The power, the placement, it's kind of perfect. That's a free kick all day long outside the box, so a penalty it should be. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Makes up for Coleman not being sent off. Steve's bringing up the old uns. Steve's bringing up... He's come with grudges. He's come with receipts, and I respect it. Come up your ass. Listen, I could take that offensively, DC. For me. Of all people. Christian saying pen all day. Obviously biased, but he just took a stroll and thought about it. Still a pen. Fair. I disagree, but that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I don't mind to be outvoted on this one. 1-1. Long-held grudge. I respect it, Steve. I respect it. 1-1. Back in, and Dumfries already on the yellow. That's a great point, Obsidian. What will the result be? 50% of people dislike the lineup. It's ever so slightly getting further and further more into the dislike, which I respect. I think that's fair. Netherlands win. Tell you what, let's do the full thing. Netherlands win. Netherlands win extra time. Do same for England. Crazy. 20 minutes in, 1-1. nose is so itchy. I thought it was a box. I thought it was a pen. Fouled him in the box. Jesus plan. Jesus plan. Starts up like that is dangerous. I agree, it is dangerous, to be fair. I mean, yeah, Christian's right. We have way softer collisions in the Prem with studs up being given as yellow or even reds. Remember when those were sent off a few years back for a literal step in? I mean, you're making completely fair points, actually, to be fair. You're making 100% fair points. England. Attack again. Jude Bellingham on the ball. Haven't seen too much of Kobe Mainu so far. Not a criticism of him, just a comment. That means nothing. I've got time to fill. It's the way these things go. Declan Rice plays it across to John Stones. I'm not checking match bingo. You're checking match bingo. I've got nothing too close right now, and I know Gonzo's got a 3 already on one line. Rice looking for the play over the top from Mainu. Harry Kane collects it wide on the left-hand side. Looks to cross it in. Does. Massively overhit, but Kyle Walker collects it regardless. Lays it short. He's a little bit ahead of Mainu and behind Saka there. It was a nice idea. Thankfully, Walker's got the pace to get back, and he does well, actually, to get a foot in. I tell you what, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. We might have gone down. We might have gone 1-0 down, but we're doing things. We're doing things. Yeah, Gonzo's got one, which is... It's at 11 minutes of stoppage time. All right, he might not win that one then. What was that noise? Was that my phone? Did you all hear that? Or was that just me? Am I going crazy? Did I just hear like a da-da? Like what? I have 4 in a row after the pen. Ionix. Ooh, Christian. Playing Hades 2 while watching the game. Good times. I haven't got involved in Hades 2 yet. What are we saying, Christian? Give me the lowdown. Mainu, that's a brilliant ball through to Phil Foden. Could be through. Foden takes too long, hits it. It's off the line, unbelievably, from the Netherlands. England players are claiming it, but the referee says it doesn't cross the line. Phil Foden, out of nowhere, almost scoring. Jesus Christ. Holy hell. What the hell just happened? One line has been claimed. Robert coming through with the deets. One line has been claimed. So congratulations if you are any of the people who have claimed it. Congratulations. Ball gets played across. Ooh, Trippier trying to get it in. Doesn't quite make it. It's going to drop again for Phil Foden. I need to see a replay on that. Yeah, it happened at the same time as it turned my light on. Yeah, that was so confusing. That was so confusing. Walker, and there's a free kick maybe? For a second, there was a second ball on the pitch, apparently. That's such a weird noise that just happened out of nowhere. I was like, what was that? Maybe it was my phone. It was not my phone telling me that someone's claimed a line. Is that what it was? Maybe that's what it was. Drop ball. Walker to take. We're still not getting a replay of the Foden situation. 10 out of 10. Oh, it expands on the story of the first one. It's still in early access. Lots more to come. But yeah, I think I sort of saw it and I got very tempted very quickly, but I thought I'd wait until a little bit later after early access sort of thing. But I keep seeing people I know playing it and it's stressing me out, Christian, because I want to get involved. Why didn't the line claim the loose ball? I don't know, bro. I don't know what the rules are. Well, I can damn very much the same, Dick Turpin. Big ball over the top. Walker gets the control down nicely. He stays on side, Trippier. Why can't you? Foden in towards Mainu. Back to Foden. He's got Saka just on the inside of him. There's no one really in that space. That's maybe where you want to see Harry Kane arguably dropping to, but maybe not. I don't know. Walker trying to just bend it in from a standing start. Can't make it, but he can get a head onto it to keep possession of the ball. Mainu plays it short to Walker. Back to Saka. Starts charging through. Slows down a little bit. Plays it in towards Harry Kane. It's a little bit behind Harry Kane. A little bit off from Jude Bellingham as well. They just couldn't quite find it. Dutch defence looks shaky. It does. For a strong defence as well, it definitely looks shaky. Harry Kane goes down. No free kick, says the ref. Netherlands looks to try and play it away and can't. Phil Foden nips the ball away and can't quite get further. And he's begging for a free kick there. It's a close one, that one. That one felt more like a free kick than the other, I'll be honest. Phil Foden managing to nip the ball away. There we go. Just seeing the possession stats there. 63% from England so far with 4 attempts, 2 on target. Netherlands with a 37% possession, 1 shot on target, and one shot in general, 1 shot on target. Simmons looking for trying to get the cross in. Marlon was ours with the pie. Neither of them can get it. This is a good opportunity for the Netherlands. This has been a much better performance from England. A much, much better performance from England. It finally feels like it might be starting to click just a little bit, dare I say. Not a lot, just a little bit, but it feels like it's getting there. This is the best performance I've seen from England so far, I think. Here we go. We're looking at the Phil Foden chance here. It does so well. Unbelievably close. The ball is half over the line. It's almost perfectly on the line. It's a great stop, but Phil Foden does brilliantly. He even manages to nutmeg the goalkeeper. So close. He's looking lively. Saka's looking lively. Harry Kane's getting shots from range, even though he's at range. Saka's looking decent. I mean, some stuff's starting to happen here. This is the best performance I think I've seen from England so far. We conceded in the 7th minute. Netherlands trying to take their time here. Just slow the game down. Get a bit of control. You can understand why. Although we should have the ability to counter-attack, we don't really, not really too solid with it. So there's no real damage for the Netherlands really in this position, taking their time, passing it around, and just seeing what kind of spaces open up. The thing is, there's not really too many. Well, Bellingham does well there to nip away. Takes it past 1, takes it past 2. Nice through ball out to Saka on the right-hand side. Charging forward now is Bukayo Saka. He's right by the touchline. Defender comes to meet him. Nathan Ake, he plays it in towards Mainu. It was a bit of a heavy pass, but Walker collects it regardless, and it's back to Mainu. Nice. Into the path for Foden. Stabs it into Bellingham, looking back for Foden. Can't quite get there. It feels like it's getting just that little bit better. Just that little, not massively, not huge leaps and bounds forward. But you're seeing there the link up between Foden and Bellingham almost happening. You're seeing Saka getting into good positions. It's almost a no-look goal there from Phil Foden. It's almost happening. It's just almost happening. Head from Rice trying to flick it onwards. Misses out, and there's a big space where he isn't. Forward comes Depay. Looking for Malin, who hits it. And I tell you what, there's a good block in there from England defenders. Just jumping in the way of Donyell Malin. Walker just comes flying across. John Stones, a little bit this way, a little bit that way. I tell you what, Gahey might have got there, but Walker leaves no doubt, charges across, dives across, does beautifully. Not trying to make any crazy accusations, but this is the ref. This is the ref that got Bellingham fined by the UEFA for slamming the jump press. Ooh, is it? I did not know that. Ain't he the ref that sent Cresswell off? Is that also the same guy? This guy, he's just been out and about. I'm not going to get involved with the conspiracy theories, but this guy, controversy, follows him. Going to be a corner to the Netherlands. Right-hand side, going to be an outswinger from Simmons. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. It wasn't Gakpo. Who was it? Dumfries gets his head onto it. And it's off the bar. It's a solid header as well. Behind him, jumping up. It's above him and behind him. He jumps up, moving backwards under pressure from Bellingham as well. He does brilliantly there, Dumfries, to get his head onto it. He's surprisingly big for a fullback. And it's a solid header from the yellow-carded man. And it hits the top of the bar and bounces out. Close. Trippier back to Declan Rice. England look to go forward again. Saka wide on the right. Doesn't take on Ake, just decides to pass it back. Walker finds Mainu, back to Walker, and we're just getting forced back there. A little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of caution from us. Not necessarily against it. The Netherlands pushing very far forward right now. So not necessarily against it. And they don't tend to drop off that quickly either. When that ball was, when Stones was sort of just striding through the players there with no real pressure on him, and they were still stood quite far forward. They were almost just the centre circle apart. Their deepest players and John Stone on the ball for us. You could see a situation maybe in which if he looks up in those areas and Saka's maybe making a run in behind or something, it could happen. Harry Kane looking to try and fire it into Bellingham, can't find him. Kobe Mainoo does really well to get his foot in there, and England win possession back. Saka takes on Ake on the outside this time. Cross wasn't great. Idea was there. Trippier was getting pulled. He keeps saying to the referee he was being pulled there. He's on the ball and still complaining. Declan Rice looking for that crossfield diag that we saw so many times towards Jarrod Bowen, this time towards Saka. Down to Phil Foden, who's looking lively today. Hits it from range! Oh, off the post! Holy hell, Phil Foden, Jesus Christ. Almost scored an absolute perler. Almost scored one of the goals of the tournament there. Phil Foden drops in deep. He's looking really lively today. I've been disappointed with him all tournament, but today he is rocking up. Picks up the ball, just comes short, collects it, dribbles a little bit in, and again, that Netherlands defence just standing off a little bit. Their midfield not getting involved enough, and he just has that space to look up, see the top corner, and just try to curl it in there. Verbruggen was beaten, but it clashes off the bar, off the post. Close. Reckon we'll put an extra defender on soon. We're attacking far too much, Collingwood. Far too much. It's Pickford short. He can't reach the cross, but he's quite short. He is quite short, to be fair. He's small and he's got small arms. You know? I think he's on the brown envelopes again. What a soft pen. Is this the guy? Because I recognise the name. I recognise the game. Yeah, I like it. I like it, Daniel. Totally agree. We're playing as a team and not shy as taking a shot with 3 or 4 players in the box. I'm kind of here for it. It's better. Like I'm saying, it's not there, but it's better. And again, the opportunity's just opening up again. Mainu, look, it was a nice idea to try and play it through to Kane, who was just blocked off there by De Vries. It's a nice idea, though. It's probably a better option on the right, to be fair. I don't know who it was, but there was a movement there he could have taken, but he doesn't. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Netherlands are not doing it here. I think there will be a conversation after this. If this game continues as it is right now, there will certainly be a conversation about whether England actually played well or whether the Netherlands played poorly. And I don't necessarily think people are wrong when they say the Netherlands played poorly, but I do think you have to give credit where credit is due, because England are doing well right now. They're doing well. Their movement is what we need it to be. The passing is what we need it to be. Foden's turning up. Even the small mistakes, for example, Declan Rice, for example, having a bit of a wobble and stuff, aren't really... It's not stopping us right now. It's not stopping us. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Wrong ball for Mainu. It did look like there was someone down the right-hand side. I don't know who it was. I didn't really read it too much. Fine margins, we could be comfortably in front. Good strikes as Robert. Yeah, it was very, very close. Kez, good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope things are good. Getting a brief little break here while the Dutch physios run the rule on Memphis Depay. Just having a look at the match bingos again. Oh, Gio. Gio's got a really strong one, actually. Sub happening. Depay has come off from Veerman. Joey Veerman's come on. Interesting what that means for their front line and who ends up taking up their central role, because Veerman is much more of a central midfielder. Whether that means Malin's going to go up front or Gakpo or Simmons, I don't know, but Veerman is much more of a much more of a midfielder. I think it's Malin. It's going to go up front. Look at this, right? Look at this. This is Gio's cards, obviously at the top here. Look at this one. Hit a bar. Bar would direct hit bar would work from the Netherlands, no goal. And then one sub from England. And that's a line. Now, line has already been completed, but that's a strong card right there. He's got another one here in the top, which you can't quite see it, in the top right, which is looking decent. Gonzo again. This one, just something's happening here. Oh, I've got a couple. I've got a couple that look all right. This might be the day. This might be the day I win a match bingo. I don't know if it will, but it might be it. It might be it. England on the ball. Wide on the left-hand side. Tell you what, that right-hand side, as much as it's frustrating having Trippier on the left, that right-hand side of Saka and Foden and Walker, it's just sort of, it's cooking today. It's cooking. Gay coming forward with the ball. Finds Bellingham, who looks for a second to shoot from range. He played many times in this stadium when he was for Dortmund. He goes down. No free kick, and it's going to be a throw into England. A throw into the Netherlands. Probably the correct decision, to be honest. The Dutch will be hard in the last 20, so we need to be in front at least, says Ionix. Yeah, I don't think that was a free kick, to be fair. Dave says the messages I'm getting from my Dutch friend says he's not happy. He forgets he taught me those words he's saying. Listen. Never a bad time getting to take the mick out of your mates. That's all I'll say. Gakpo coming forward. Good tackle there. I think it was Gahey just getting it. No, it was Kobe Mainoo just getting his foot in and stopping it. Declan Rice is desperate to turn around and pass it, but he's charging forward with the ball regardless. But he looked desperate to pass it backwards or sideways. All nice pass from Phil Foden, looking up and just getting it across to Saka. It was a difficult space for him to pay the pass as well. It was directly underneath him, so just scooping it and getting it towards him on the right-hand side is good. Mainoo is well involved in those little areas on the right-hand side. It's really nice. It's really nice. Bellingham to Stones. Back to Walker. Kobe Mainoo. Plays it into Foden. Just outside the area. A couple little drop shoulders looking for a moment. It's much better defending there from the Netherlands. Much better defending. Just getting those people in there. Jerry Veerman moving into the centre as well. Just getting a little bit better defensive qualities in that central midfield area. Not allowing England the gargantuan amount of space. The gargantuan amount of space they were. Foden. Again, just being followed there by Joey Veerman. I don't know if he's been told to man mark Phil Foden, but he's certainly just on top of him right now. Ball gets played all the way back from England to Gahey, who leaves it for Jordan Pickford. Nothing goes down the left-hand side. Trippier too slow. Gordon needs to be on. From a counter-attacking perspective, it's definitely hugely impactful having Trippier down that side. Foden collects it. He's got space that time. Poor pass back to Mainoo. Whoa, ball over the top. Kyle Walker gets the control. Stays on side. He's inside the box. He's looking for maybe a cross. Mainoo back heel towards Foden, who turns, hits it. Bruggen again with the save. Foden is feeling lively today. And I feel like they've made the right choice, right? Taking off Depay because he's injured and bringing on Veerman and changing that round is the right choice for them. You can see the space it's now limiting, which it just wasn't before. But again, even then, you saw Phil Foden just managing to find a bit of space. And the second he gets it, he's willing to take those shots. And Verbruggen once again matches it. It wasn't a brilliant shot by any stretch of the imagination. He was able to match it, but realistically, you can't keep doing it. You keep allowing him these spaces. He will get the opportunity to score. It will happen eventually. Now, whether it's in the 90 minutes or not, we don't know. I really don't want us to go to extra time. 100% agree, Dick Turpin. Turpin come through. England playing well. Just keep it up. 100% agree. Declan Rice lays it into Foden. Back to Gahey. To Stones as England look to try and reset and go again. It's a nice ball from Kane. Over the top to Trippier. His first touch as well. Back to Bellingham is good. Find a lot of space for Harry Kane there, who drops deep. That's a good ball in as well. Just over the top of Saka. Can't get there. Kobe Mainoo does brilliantly to nip that ball away. He's going to take a shot. Cannons off at Nathan Ake, and it's going to be a throw into England right by the right-hand corner flag in the corner quadrant. Brilliant from Mainoo to nip that one away from Cody Gakpo. We feel up for it. We feel up for it in a way which we haven't felt like the rest of the tournament. A lot of the rest of the tournament, I've been talking about Gareth Southgate and the tactical decisions and all of that stuff, but also there's been a heavy feeling from me that the players just haven't been good enough. They haven't stepped up in the way that I want them to. And outside of a single performance here or there, Saka in the last game, Bellingham in the first, for example, outside of those singular moments, it hasn't felt like the players have really stepped up to what they could and should be doing. Today, it feels a lot more like that. Mainoo's doing well, Foden's doing well, Kane's doing well, Saka's doing well. There's a lot of decent performances happening right now, and I like that. I like the energy it shows. Netherlands missing it because they aren't on it. Netherlands are not on it right now. Half time, they're going to want this to come. They're going to want to reset. They're going to want to just refresh themselves because right now, everything just feels a little bit off for them. Good throw to Harry Kane. Solid forward throw, of which Harry Kane then dribbles it all the way back to the 20 or so yards he'd gained and then passes it to the side, but still. So just watching Harry Kane's movement right now. England are passing it around the halfway line between defenders. Stones, Walker, Gage passing around. I'm just watching Harry Kane. I want to see sort of when he decides to drop off, when that becomes an option in his mind, what triggers that? Is it a case of just trying to get the centre-backs to follow you sort of thing? It's an interesting run again there from Kobe Mainoo. Not being pulled out, England still passing it around, but there's just been a couple of times where an England player just starts to run off the ball, and it's interesting. Because it feels like, again, there's just that little bit more that there hasn't been for the last couple of games. Rice finds Kyle Walker. Back to Declan Rice. You've got Trippier wide on the right-hand side on the touchline. You work it towards him. Plays it on the through ball towards Bellingham, who goes down, but he manages to get up and win the ball back brilliantly there. Bellingham plays it in towards Harry Kane. It was a nice idea. There was a short option if he wanted to take it, but the ball in was actually really nice. Fired it into the space. It was just unfortunate that the Dutch defenders were onto it quickly, but it was a really nice pass, technique-wise at least. Seeing Walker come into those sort of inverted centre-back positions alongside Rice as well is interesting. Like now, he's playing quite inverted. He's never going to drop off, but there's interesting movements happening here. It's really interesting. Nice seeing on the top. Yeah, I agree. It's just there's something happening a little bit. Bellingham finds the ball from Foden, back out wide to Kieran Trippier. Pardon me. But Mainoo steps in there. The Dutch defender just getting a foot to it. Back to Declan Rice. He's going to eventually just ping it. Oh no, he plays it short to Walker. It's a nice first time pass there from Kieran Trippier into the path of Bellingham. Couple of little step overs, takes on two men, plays it back to Kieran Trippier. Rice is there. Walker. Fast play, nice play. It's decent from Walker to find Harry Kane. It wasn't perfect, but it was decent. Harry Kane pulls it back to Bukayo Saka. Knocking on the door here, England. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's us. We're going to win a game. Let's go. Saka. Bellingham. Dinks it across. Trippier dinking it across, looking for the man in the centre. Can't quite find it, but again, nice. I like this knocking on the door lock. We should have been doing it the rest of the tournament. Dave with the £5. Thank you very much. Don't know how much bells are these days. Here's something towards the next batch. Coming on as thank you very much. That's very kind of you. If you haven't already subscribed to APGW and what we're doing. I said that very Xavier Woods there, Dave. I was like, APGW. You know what I mean? But thank you, sir. I'll put your name in the top corner in a second. There are bells available if we feel like we need them. Falls down on the left-hand time again. as it has done every game. Yeah, when they're in a deep position, sitting back, it affects us nowhere near as much. But when you're on the counter attack and there's all those spaces for someone to run into, and you just want someone to be able to play the ball quicker, it's very stifling. It's very stifling. 3 minutes of added time. But when they're sat sort of when they're sat in a deep position and we're just sort of on top of them, passing it around just outside the box, and we're looking to try and get a cross in or whatever, it affects the way you play a bit, but not that deeply. But it's those transitional moments where you're just like, Dave, your name is in there now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now into Simons. Finds Ake. Dumfries just in the corner quadrant on the right hand side. Minute and a half left of stoppage time. Netherlands passing the ball around. Minute to go. Netherlands just passing it around relatively comfortably. No real pressure on them, but really no real forward movement or momentum from them either. A bit of space has opened up there on the right hand side. Phil Foden looks across the cover. Simons plays it back to Ake. Simons looking back for Ake. It was a nice little 1-2 opportunity, but Man City player on Man City player, and Ake, I tell you what, gets a little bit of the better of him. Cody Gakpo almost goes down there. Gakpo whipped in towards the box. The header from Ake bounces up and over. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not great from us, but not awful either. Just hold on tight. Hold on tight. Brace your stomach. We may need bells. Listen. If the people go for it, the people go for it. This is maybe a bit insane, but I wouldn't say no to a Jared Bowen left wing back scenario. It's not ideal, but I wouldn't say no to it. Wouldn't say no to it. There is the halftime whistle. Trippier needs to whip the ball. Let me move this actually so I can click on this quicker. There we go. Trippier needs to whip the ball in on goal more rather than passing sideways. He's frustrating to watch sub him. Here's the thing. If Shaw, like Steve's saying here, right? If Shaw is fit, then 100% Shaw is a good option. Because Shaw is the obvious guy. He came on the last game, looked decent, and I suspect the second Shaw is fit enough to play, whether that be for the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is. I suspect if Shaw is fit enough to play those minutes, he will play those minutes. I don't think there's any doubt in that. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting problem to deal with. It's certainly an interesting problem to deal with, especially when you're in a situation and it's not just England, it's world football. There just aren't that many great left backs in world football right now. I mean, this is not a diss on Nathan Ake as such, but he's a centre back and he's playing left back for the Netherlands in a semi-final of a European tournament, right? So it's not exactly like lack of depth at left back is a problem unique to England. It's definitely a problem all throughout the world right now. And I think it's an interesting solution. I don't think Trippier is the guy. And I think, like I say, the second Shaw is fit enough to play, he will be playing. Having said all that, I think the rest of the team, outside of that, I think is doing well today. I think there are notable wonky performances. I don't think Declan Rice is exactly having a game to write home about. I don't think Trippier, again, is the obvious thing. But, realistically, you look at that right-hand side, Saka, Foden, Mainu. I think there's definitely some porridge going on there. There's definitely some players who are playing really well, and I think we're looking really decent because of it. Since their sub when they took off the Pyre and brought on Joey Veerman, I think it was 100% the correct decision to make. It's helped them a bit, but we've still seen those moments where we've managed to open them up and find opportunities for a Kane to shoot from range, for a Foden specifically to shoot from range, and I'm liking that. I don't mind it. Usually shots from range are quite frustrating to me because I think we should and could be able to create a better opportunity. But actually right now in this game, with the quality we have on the pitch, I'm fine with us just sort of peppering shots from Kane, from Foden. I mean, Foden clattered against the post in one of them, forced a good save out of Verbruggen with another. I don't mind seeing us shoot from those sort of angles. We only saw with Simmons earlier on in the game that it can happen. We saw with Saka in the last game. It can happen. Saka, again, looking decent down that right-hand side, and kind of, I guess, the reason why Trippier is playing on the left and not on the right again. And I think there's something here. I really do. It's the best performance we've had so far. It's not... again, saying it's the best and saying it's good enough and all this other sort of stuff. Look, it's all much of a muchness. I think realistically, the way I would say it is it's the best performance we've had, and that's a huge, huge positive for me. That's a massive positive for me. And I'm really hoping that we can continue it in the second half. I think the half-time whistle comes at a good time for the Netherlands. They've sort of grown a little bit back into the game, or not grown into the game, but being able to stop us a little bit more, being able to stop the bleed a little bit more, and can now go in and reset and try and figure out what they need to do to change things up. But ultimately, if we come out in the second half, which I'm confident we will, and do some sort of similar stuff, then, you know, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And I don't think there's huge amounts the Dutch side could do to massively change everything. And that's the positive here. Also, looking at a Euro 2024 based advert for Heinz. Is that for mayonnaise? Not Heinz, sorry. For whatever that mayonnaise brand is, with Jack Grealish in it. You hate to see it. Although if you're Jack Grealish, you love to see it. You love to see it. Close to winning. Close to it. Not quite, but close to it. Best I've seen us play, says Herpy. Bravo, says Dick Turpin. You can see confidence building, but it's still not balanced, says Steve. I'm worried we are playing well and should be winning, says Obsidian. Need to see how close that was to scoring. Did the ball go over the line, says Robert. It was very close. The ball was basically on the line. It wasn't like fully over the line in any real capacity. It was pretty much, if this is the line, it was pretty much perfectly surrounding it. Can Gordon play wing back though? I don't know. I don't know. Like I say, it's an interesting problem to have. It could be. He could. I don't know if he can play wing back. I don't know if Jarrod Bowen could potentially play wing back, but I wouldn't necessarily be against the idea of Jarrod Bowen doing it, because at least he still has that defensive work rate that we want from the system. You know, he's going to get back. He's going to drop into those positions that we need him to, as opposed to Anthony Gordon, who doesn't do that as much for his club, whereas that's Jarrod Bowen's whole bit. But again, ultimately, we're asking if one winger or one non-full wing back can play wing back, or another non-wing back can play wing back. Do you know what I mean? Another day 3-1. That's live, says Dick Turpin. Foden says Foden says Robert Singleton. Yeah, I think he's doing well. I think he's looking lively. I like it. Amy, good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope things are going well for you. Balls on the lines. Confirmed, Stephen. Yeah, it was very close. That Xavi Simons shot, by the way. What a shot. Slips completely as he's doing it. Or not even slips. He just has to adjust his foot. But he absolutely does brilliantly. Again, I keep meaning to look at Pickford's reaction to that. And I miss it every single time, like an absolute idiot. If Shaw can play, I would consider taking Walker off and moving Trippier over to the right, says Sonny. I think if Shaw can play, I would just do a straight swap for Trippier for me. I think Walker, his recovery pace is really useful in that back three. I think he can get forward into interesting decisions, and he hasn't got that delivery that Kieran Trippier has. Let's be real, that just doesn't exist. But his ability, his pace, and his engine at his age is just ridiculous. But his engine to get up and down like that is very, very useful. Is very, very useful. So I would probably go for a straight swap for Trippier. Although if you did that, I'm not exactly going to complain. And I like the sort of three at the back system we're playing at the moment right now. I think it's working for us. Herpy says Hellmann's. Yeah, I think it was Hellmann's. It's the classic. It's the famous one, the classic brand. I don't eat mayonnaise, so I couldn't tell you. Is Hellmann's the one? It feels like it's the one. In fact, what I'll do right now is I'll Google the word Hellmann's and just see if that's the one. Hellmann's. It was Hellmann's. It was 100% Hellmann's. I recognize that brand. It's Hellman's. Good shout, Herbie. While you're here, by the way, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Massively appreciate it. Subscribe if you are new around here. Like the video because it helps us out a huge amount, regardless of whether England go through tonight, whether they make it through tonight. We will be doing a watch along for the final, whatever it may be. It might be Spain, Netherlands. It might be Spain, England. Whichever way it will be, Sunday night we will be here to do a little cheeky watch along for the final. And I have something to say during that, so I really hope you'll be there. If you are a long time watcher of the watch alongs, if you're a watch along person, I would hope you be there because I've got something to say about that. But the only reason it's all possible is because of Match Bingo, our sponsor for Euro 2024. It's a wonderful app that combines bingo with football and betting. So instead of getting a bingo card and someone reading out 88, for example, you pay £2 and you get a bingo card that looks like this, and it has events that happen during the match. So for example, this one that's ticked off already is a goal kick taken for England. You complete one line, you get £25. You complete two lines, you get 50. You complete the full house and you get 100. Although again, those prices for tonight's game, because it's England, are a little bit different. One line, which has already been claimed, got £32.20. Two lines got £60.80, and a full house gets £172. And there's a cheeky bonus pot for a second full house that's on £154. So there are definitely ways to get involved if you are 18 plus, because it is technically betting. Then please do click the link in the description below for Match Bingo. It helps us out a whole amount. They've been very nice to us as a sponsor, Match Bingo. I can't lie. They've been very nice people about basically everything. You know, we appreciate them, and we appreciate you if you get involved. Thank you very much to Match Bingo. Link in the description, along with the bingo card actually is down there as well. The one which shows how myself, Gio, and Gonzo are all going along with our cards. If I press the button, you can see all of our cards here. So you can see these ones are Geos at the top, these 5. If I just take myself off for a second, you can see this one is looking good. This one's looking good. He's got some decent options here. Gonzo, he's looking a little bit worse for wear than he usually is, but that guy wins. That guy wins Match Bingo. He's won twice already. Gio's won before as well. And then these ones are mine at the bottom here. Couple looking interesting. I don't know. I'm sort of hopeful today, but I don't think it's going to happen. But this one looking potential. This one looking like there's some potential. This one, there's some stuff there. There's some stuff there. We'll see how it goes. I would love to win because Gio's won, Gonzo's won. Lots of people in the chat have won. Lots of people in the Patreon group chat have won. In fact, I'm the only person who hasn't. So I would love to win. I would love to win. Do you think it was a penalty? I personally thought it was harsh, Amy. I think the argument people in the chat were making of that would be a free kick anywhere else on the pitch, so it should be a penalty. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think that's the logic. If there's all I want from referees is consistency. And if it's a foul elsewhere, it should be a penalty by the letter of the law. I just don't think it's... I think it's harsh. I just think he's trying to get his foot in to build it. And when you're in a position when you are going into... when you're going into a position where you are looking at VAR and you can sort of look at intent a little bit more than you could have in first time viewing in live action, then for me, no. But ultimately... I don't think Dumfries can complain about it, or the Netherlands can complain about it, because as many people also have said, the penalties have been given for a heck of a lot less than that. It's just I personally didn't think it that way. It's funny seeing the moan about Southgate, but they were okay with Moyes' ball, says Don Quixote. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. What, you watch any COP? I haven't seen any of it, Unkind, which is really annoying. I haven't even watched enough of the Euros. I've just been so busy. We've got there's some big things happening in my life in the background, and I've just been very busy with it all. I haven't really had the time to watch any. I've been keeping up via the Copper Club. The boy Cal writes for Copper Club. He's been on the channel multiple times, and the guy who runs Copper Club as well has been on the channel as well. I've been keeping up sort of what they've been talking about and keeping up with what people have been saying and seeing highlights here and there, but I've not been watching it, which is disgraceful from me, Unkind, because I was really excited for it, but I just haven't seemed to have the time. You don't seem to be relying on subs. Listen, I'm just relying on literally everything else, and with me, that's usually with the downfall. That's usually the downfall, is relying on literally anything else. There is that one on, I think it's Gio's card, which was like 12 minutes of stoppage time. We'll see what happens with that, but yeah, There's a couple of interesting. I don't think I'm going to hit a full house, but I could hit potentially 2 lions. Although 9 to 10 minutes of injury time seems unlikely. Seems unlikely. But 2 subs made for England is possible. Header goal awarded is it possible? I don't know. There's some possibilities there. A couple set for Argentina to win it all. Yeah, I see. This is the thing. I don't even know how the teams are going. I'm just seeing like the individual moments because I'm keeping up with it that way. Seeing an individual moment here, an individual moment there, but I'm not entirely watching the tournament, which is a bit disgraceful for me. Is it looking like it's Argentina's? Is that where we're at? What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. What was it? It was vaguely important, I felt like. We're in a moment now where I'm just going to try and remember what the hell it was. Who knows? England. Let's get on with that. I don't know really what to do with them. Like I say, I think once Luke Shaw is ready, if he could do half an hour today, then he plays for half an hour. Outside of that, I probably wouldn't make any changes. I think it's going well. I would be surprised if the Netherlands didn't make any changes. Like I say, their first one of Depay for Veerman worked out for them. Depay going off injured and them giving them the opportunity to sort of shore up their midfield a little bit has worked for them. They're still second best. Significantly, but it's worked for them. And so I'd be interested to see. I don't think we'll make any changes. And I probably wouldn't at this stage. Again, unless Luke Shaw is ready for 45 minutes, then you get Luke Shaw on as soon as you can. Outside of that, I probably wouldn't make any changes. I just think we're cooking a little bit, but maybe there will be a situation which they make some changes and then we have to sort of respond to it. And I think there is always an argument of making changes early to sort of put opposition teams in the awkward situation, right? So you look at the bench there, running across the bottom of your screen: Ramsdale, Henderson, Shaw, Alexander-Arnold, Gonzo, Dunk, Gomez, Gallagher, Wharton, Gordon, Bowen, Eze, Palmer, Tony, Watkins. I don't think I would bring any of them on right now. I'd be interested to see Eze come on at some point. I thought he's been really impactful when he has played. Palmer the same. I like what he's done off the bench. I think Kane's having a good game today, but I wouldn't necessarily be against the Tony and Watkins situation. Especially, hey, you could even go to a 2 up front with Kane and one of the others. I think that's interesting. I don't know right now. There's nothing really too much. I really try to rock the boat, but it would be interesting to see again when/if they do make changes. Ooh, it looks like it is Luke Shaw. I think Netherlands are going to make a change as well, but I can see Luke Shaw right now. Newcastle beat Canada 2-0. Messi scored one. I haven't seen anything of Messi this tournament. That's something I haven't seen. My Canadians had a good run. Argentina beat us last night. It says unkind. Fair. I have 2 cards with 4 completed. Just need a goal. The yellow card awarded in a minute ending of 5 or 6. Rough. Luke Shaw's coming on 4. I think it is Trippier. Ooh. I tell you what, the Dutch are bringing on a big man. Weghorst on. And I tell you what, I love to see it. Everyone else might not, but I love to see it. Weghorst on for someone. And Luke Shaw on for, I believe, Kieran Trippier. Which is good. That's the exact change I would have made. If he was ready for 45, that's the change I would have made, and I'm really happy with that. But who's Weghorst come on for? Let me look at the odds. Weghorst for Marlon. For Weghorst, there we go. Bosh. A little bit of a different shape from the Netherlands. Going to be interested to see how that affects them. We're underway. Deploy the boys. Come on, you Lions. It's time to run 2 things. Big ups, Peach. 2 lines have been claimed already. It just got kicked off. It's just kicked off. Dutch will be different now. You watch it. I think they will as well, Dick Turpin. Yes, for Trippier. I agree. 2 lines have been claimed just off the back of that sub. Off the back of those subs, 2 lines claimed. Congratulations. I don't recognize the username, but if you are a Hammers chat person, if you're in here, congratulations, sir, madam, who knows, anything in between. Congratulations. That's putting my hopes to bed, I think. If I wasn't going to get 2, then I don't think I'm going to get a full house. I just don't think I don't think I'm close enough. I just don't think I'm close enough. Luke Shaw getting nipped at there. Not Luke Shaw, sorry. John Stones getting nipped at by Veghorst. So much for Gio's. Memphis didn't last long. Was he bigging up Memphis? I didn't actually watch the preview, which is probably quite bad of me, but I didn't actually watch the preview. He's a good player, but injuries. You hate to see it. Trying to see if England have changed shape at all with the Luke Shaw sub. I don't think they have, which I think is the right decision. We'll see if it's any different at all. Throw it to England. Right-hand side. Deep inside our own half. Well, won't be very deep. Kyle Walker has his way. He's just wandering forward. There we go. Thrown back towards John Pickford. Yeah, I want to see sort of what is Luke Shaw's first time on the ball. I want to see if it's not a bad idea down the line for Luke Shaw. Looking towards Bellingham. I just instantaneously, in those moments, you just get to see those transitional balls forward. Just that quick pass down the line that you just can't do if you're Kieran Trippier just because of your footedness. That you can if you're Luke Shaw. Interesting. Yeah, just trying to take a note of how far forward Kyle Walker is. Seeing if we've gone to a back 4 or whether we're still that back 3 system. Because he is moving quite interestingly, Kyle Walker, but I believe it is a 4 in attack and then a 3 in defense, I believe. Or 5 in defense, I guess. Stones back to Gahey. Rice comes short to collect it. He then raises his arms as if to say, where are my options? Plays it back towards John Stones. Kyle Walker's wide on the touchline. Saka's just on the inside asking for it. Finds Kyle Walker. Going to be a throw-in. Big throw quickly towards Saka, who looks like he's going to go on the end of this one as well. And he pulls it back into a beautiful area, and there's just no one there. It was no one. I was shocked he got there as well. But Luke Shaw, that's going to be first free kick of the tournament against Luke Shaw there, taking down Simmons. I don't understand why Trent Alexander-Arnold is not playing. It's just no space for him. It's a shame because what he can do on the ball is incredible, but it's just we tried to play him in midfield at the beginning of the tournament. It just didn't work out, and outside of that, it's just no space for him. We're not really playing a traditional right back scenario, so then you go, okay, well, would he play right wing back potentially? But in that scenario, you've got Saka, who has been really good, so you can't shake out Saka. There's just no real space for him other than that. He can't play in midfield alongside Rice. He played really poorly there, and then Mainu played brilliantly there, so he's just going to be there. And he can't really play at centre-back in a back 3, so there's just no space for him, which is crazy given how unbelievable he is on the ball, but it's just nothing you can really do with there, is it? It's never sat right with me using a French copy of Dutch cheese for luck. Can we swap to a roll of cheddar instead? Just a big cheddar wheel. Huge one. We'll go to the gorge and get some. The bell has a certain quality to it, you know? And a certain cheapness and availableness in all supermarkets. But it has a quality to it, you know? Big ball over the top looking for Luke Shaw. Just trying to push that back line. Last man attacking. Rice gets a good foot on that one. That's going to be an offside against Phil Foden anyway. It's interesting watching because you see Harry Kane drop deep, but the difference between him dropping deep previously and him dropping deep now is when he does that, Phil Foden stays very, very far forward. That's sort of two behind him in Bellingham and Foden, and it gives it that space a little bit. You've got Bellingham who's going to drop deep and want to charge with it. You've got Phil Foden who's sort of standing on that last line and just allowing Kane to sort of move around with space. It's really interesting to see. Ball forward, a little bit awkward, but John Stones does well just to carry on collecting that one. He's under a bit of pressure there, almost nipped in, but does really well just to maintain possession of it. Shaw finds Rice. It started off very much how it ended the first half, which is a positive. It started off very much how it ended the first half. Their changes haven't seemed to have done too much yet. Means that when you get into that final area, someone like Wout Weghorst, very big, able to control the ball, able to target man it, you know. It means that when you're in those areas, he can do something. But realistically, it started how we're dealing with it, and I'm okay with that. Harry Lane, solid. It's just solid work. Wookie hole, beautiful place. The witch is in there and all that. Come on now, let's go. Let's go. Love a bit of Wookie hole, me. Over the ball forward, Declan, or not, Phil Foden, sorry, out wide to Luke Shaw's going to play that one in first time. It's poor. It's the first man, but we get thrown in a decent position. If you were Southgate, what subs would you make? The exact ones he's made, to be honest. Shaw would have been the one. Outside of that, probably none yet. Don Quixote. But so far, I'm happy with it. I don't think I would make any changes, if I'm being honest. Rice. Bellingham from Foden. Kane loses out on that one. Well, that's a good turn. Declan Rice. Oh, that was a professional. That would have been a yellow. It was long. Day was long, but ball gets played on. Xavi Simons wide on the right hand side looks to take on Gahey. He loses. Sorry, not Gahey. I think it was Mainu. Dumfries with a poor pass, and that's going to be an England throw. Yeah, it was Kobe Mainu. Give him the respect he deserves. Harry Kane. Solid. Is also solid. Bowing on for Harry Lane, says Danny Boy. Why is Shaw the only player in short socks? Don't know. Time to do calves, maybe? It's his fat little legs. There's something about the bluntness of that, Danny, which I just very much enjoy. Bellingham stabs the ball back towards Mainu. He looks to take on his man. Beats. Oh, it's close from Kobe Mainu. I like it, though. I like it. Manages to just nip the ball through. Tries to charge through with a kick and run. Under a lot of pressure. Almost manages to make it work, but can't quite. We're into the Netherlands, right-hand side. Our left. Dumfries to take. Long throw. Stones with the header. Sorry, Rice with a header, even. Netherlands passing around. At their back. No real options for them. England cutting out all the passing lanes. Forces the Netherlands to go long. And Shaw manages to win that header quite easily into Declan Rice. Under pressure. Loses out on the ball, but it's going to be a throw into us. Bring on Tony. More direct drive, says Daniel. Is this the first time Southgate's made a sub before the opposition? Well, I guess technically he didn't, right? Because of the Depay injury. Now, if you're not counting injury subs, I would hesitate to say yes. I'm not so sure, but I would hesitate to say yes. What subs would you lot make, by the way? I'm interesting. Let me know who you'd bring on and for who. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Good interception there from England, and can reset and go again. It is basically the same formation, by the way. I know I sort of was talking about it and just stopped, but it is exactly the same formation as it was. Let's England go again. Geez, got some solid cards. There's a lot of purple I'm seeing right now. A lot of purple. So I'm telling you, he's a comeback guy, bro. He's a comeback guy. It seems like it won't happen, and all of a sudden it does. Whereas with me, the luck's just not there. The luck's just not there. That one's something. That one's something. It's just not there. Kyle Walker charging forward. Got the full Walker run there for a second. It was very exciting. It was very exciting. It's all up here, mate. All up here. Encyclopedic knowledge of everything that's happened in the last 57 minutes. Having said that, I genuinely don't remember most of the game. Can't believe England haven't had a corner. Is that true? Let's try and cross it in. Is that true? See, instantly. Just talking about how I remember everything. Can't remember. I'm going to say it is, and I'm going to back your beef. That's wild. Yeah, can't know. We haven't had a corner, have we? We had those couple of free kicks early on, and that's it. They must be poor. My Dutch mate's just swearing at me in English now. Yeah, he's given up the ghost. He's realised you understand, and at this point, he's just ready for beef. Foden does well to take it past his man. Ends up having to pass it backwards, but he's there. We're now in that position where we're just sat on top of them. Harry Kane on that last man, trying to get the control. Almost manages to get there, but little nip away from the Netherlands player, and it's going to be a throw into England on the right-hand side, relatively deep. De Vrij with the one. De Vrij with a stop. England passing it around on the halfway line at the moment. Played in towards Foden. Nice spin on the half turn there. Gets it forward, lays it to Bellingham. In towards Harry Kane. Goes down. I don't think that was a free kick either. Neither does the ref. Do I not like orange? Who knows? Do you like orange? The food? The colour? I like them both. I like them both. Kane got an invisible ball and change attached to his feet. Look, he's never been the most mobile of men. It's not. He's not statuesque, stoic, but he's never been the most mobile of men. Gabe back to Walker. They're just passing it around here. Pass it around at the back. The Netherlands just slowly but surely inching their way forward, trying to nip in on the press. Wide to Luke Shaw. Lane has fallen. Solid again. I tried a dark Terry's chocolate orange. Originals are better. Well, I just don't like dark chocolate, so I'd be here for it. But what I'll say is I still haven't tried this Poundland Toblerone that I've heard exists. Something I strongly need to get involved with. I haven't been to a Poundland since last watch along, but I need to. Gakpo turning left and right. Declan Rice spinning. No idea what to do. Very Roger Johnson-esque. Back to Dumfries. This is a decent opportunity for the Netherlands, but the overhit cross is very poor, and that's going to be a throw-in. That's going to be, a goal kick to us. Veerman just collecting the ball deep and then looking to bend it in towards the back post, but it's just over the top of everyone. It's just over the top of everyone. Well, that's an interesting poll so far. Obviously, since the beginning, it's been going for over an hour now. But what will the poll results? What will the result be? Netherlands win. Netherlands win on extra time. England win on extra time, and England win. England win at 48%. It's the most confident. Then second is England win in extra time on 24%. Then Netherlands win normal time 23%, and then Netherlands win extra time 6%. Interesting. Maybe the most confident we've been as a unit together. I would posit. I would posit. Is it actually called Twin Peak? That's incredible if it is. It looks upsetting. I mean, I've heard it's good, but also, if it's called Twin Peak, I don't know what to expect. That reminds me, I still need to play Alan Wake 2. Sure. Looking to try and shift it forward, finds Declan Rice. Phil Foden getting caught out a little bit. Is that offside? Is that a free kick? It's a free kick. Free kick against Phil Foden there for some reason. Not really sure why, if we're being honest, but there we go. Match is just lacking a little something now. We're still probably the better team, but it's not in the same way that it was. Not in the same way that it was. The beginning, we were doing really well up until half time. Beginning this half, I thought we were still doing well-ish, but it does feel like it's just that little bit, a little bit less vibey, let's say. Is that the right thing to say? Don't know. I've said it now. Said it now. Not a bad idea for a ball through from the Netherlands, but thankfully cut out by Gahey. Bit risky pass there from Jordan Pickford. To Declan Rice, back to Gahey, whose ball out is poor, and the Netherlands are going to have a throw in on the right-hand side, our left, in a very advanced position. As I have the gallery shootout music from the Resident Evil 4 remake playing in my ears. It's giving the match a vibe that is necessary. Match is lacking a bones. Solidly agree, Steve. Solidly agree. Solidly agree. Get Bellingham off, Palmer on, says Paulinator. Yeah, Bellingham's not really done it for me yet today, if we're being honest. But then again, he didn't really do it in the game where he scored a ridiculous goal either. I guess he's just one of those guys, mercurial in a sense. He's not really mercurial. He's a lot more reliable than that, but he's just, you know, got that ability at the drop of a hat. I'll be honest with you, if I was going to take off Bellingham, for me, it'd be for Eze. I've really enjoyed Eze. Is it the right thing to do? No, probably not. Cole Palmer's probably the right thing to do. But I wouldn't be against a bit of Eze. I've really liked him in this tournament. Netherlands look to play the ball in from the free kick. Oh, John Pickford with the save. Jesus Christ. That was way closer than I wanted it to be. Way, way closer. Whipped into a strong position. And I think it's Virgil van Dijk at the back post just sort of sticking his leg out. And Pickford reacting to just punch it away. Bloody hell. He ain't subbing. He's done it in the past. I don't think he will either, Obsidian, I'll be honest. I don't think he does that until extra time, but he's done it in the past. Resulting corner from Veerman. Whips it in. Header from the front post. Dumfries. Well over. Well over. Gets ahead of Bellingham well, who's been man mark again. But he can't get strong enough directionals onto it. That's a fair point. M. Collin was saying, I think that save is better than it looks. It's a tight angle for him to steer the ball away from everyone else to rebound it in. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because it's a crowded place. he puts it into the wrong space. All of a sudden, yeah, there's a follow-up very, very quickly. That's not a bad point. It's not a bad point. Verkost very angry. He's been... A free kick's been given against him there. On John Stones. Yeah, I think John Stones maybe bought it a little bit there. Maybe bought it a little bit would be safe to say. There was definitely some elbow stuff going on. He's doing a bit of this, but it feels like there's never any connection. And then when it feels like there potentially was a bit of connection, he reacts a little bit later than that. You know what I mean? Feels like maybe a little bit of buying there from John Stones. Anyway, we are living dangerously. I don't disagree. You're right, Alex. I don't disagree. I would like to. I don't know. The game sort of died down a little bit while our tempo's dropped off a little bit. This is maybe when you start to think about those subs. Bit of fresh legs. It's not a bad idea from Saka. They just can't complete the pass. Firing it in. Straight at him. Evie save, says Danny Boy. Yeah, I mean, it's the pushing away. I can't remember which way he was moving, if it was against his momentum or whatever. But it's the pushing away. Hope Bowen gets someone to hit England fans singing Bowen's off fire at some point when he scores a blinder. Listen, annoyingly, I think Bowen would have. I think if the first game had gone better, I think if we'd started better, I think Bowen would be in this team more. I think we started the tournament poorly, and Southgate started to look a little bit for different options, and he's just sort of been forgotten a little bit amongst the Palmers and the Ezes and stuff. And I think is a shame, because he came on in a game where we were basically rubbish and created the best chance we had within seconds. Gakpo, well, that's a dangerous ball in, and Pickford just launches into the air and palms it away. One Merseyside player to another. Gakpo puts it onto his strong foot and crosses in an in-swinger. I'll tell you what, arriving at the back post was Dumfries there, but Pickford just palms it away, and it's going to be a corner. Corner from our left-hand side there, right from a Netherlands perspective. They have Verkost on. They have Van Dijk. They have Gakpo. They have De Vrij. They have some big, big men. The Netherlands, of course, statistically the tallest country on the planet, and they have some big boys on this pitch ready to head it in. Van Dijk just muscling Walker away there. Drave him into take. Well, Ake hits the header, but thankfully there was a free kick called way before that. England's drive seems to be leaving the field of play, needs freshening up ASAP. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with you, Ionix. 100% agree. So Verkost and Rice. It's going to be a free kick given again. Yeah, Verkost. I mean, listen, they've both got their arms around each other, but Verkost is around his neck. So there's levels to this game. There's grabbing someone here, and then there's grabbing someone here. Different stories. Different stories. Neither are okay. One worse than the other. Saka gone quiet. Get Bowen on, says Danny Boy. He has gone a little bit quiet. I'll be interested to see what subs he does end up making. But yeah, we've made almost twice as many subs as the Netherlands have. Long ball over the top, looking for Bellingham. He's going to get on the end of it. Or he's going to leave it for a corner. It's a goal kick. Much against the wishes of Bellingham. Just battling with the Dutch player. I don't know if either of them got a touch on it, to be honest. I need to get water at some point. It's very warm in this room, and I'm getting very tired. God, I hope this doesn't go to extra time again. I don't need that. You don't need that. None of us need that. Although it would be a nice opportunity to promote Match Bingo some more. Sponsor, link in the description below. That's the exact noise at the beginning of I'm Blue. Dabaddy. Now listen up, here's a story. You know what I mean? Rice has been absolute mince, usually unthinkable, but I consider Rice off for Gallagher. He's been a liability. Screw Bowen, get Palmer on, says James. Good to see you, by the way, James. Stephen says Bell. I tell you what, Steve. We'll put the poll in chat. we'll put the poll in chat. We'll see as the Netherlands try to work their way forward. Poll stayed relatively the same, by the way. 47% think England win in normal time. 23% the Netherlands coming back, drawing. Netherlands win in normal time and England win on extra time. Now both 23% and 5% say the Netherlands win on extra time. We'll lob a bell poll in chat. We'll lob a yes or no. We'll see how the people. We'll take the attitude of the people, and we'll give it until. Let's give it a little bit longer than usual. Let's give it until 74. Let's go until 74. Jude Bellingham's going to pick up a yellow card and miss the opportunity. I was putting the bell on, but get a bell with your water. See Stevens saying it, yeah. Bells, Roberts coming through strong. Kane off for Tony, Palmer on for Bellingham. Very 50-50 there, that challenge for me. In fact, if anything, I think the other guy's in less control of it, but there we go. Yeah, not necessarily against that, James. I can't lie at this point, not necessarily against it. The benefits we've seen of Kane in the first half are starting to dissipate now. I wouldn't necessarily be against that at all. Dropping deep, getting tired, says Dick Turpin. Does this match bingo continue into extra time? Yes, I believe it does. I'm trying to remember how it worked last time. I believe it does. I think it just doesn't. I think penalties don't count, but I think everything else counts. I believe. I might be wrong. You can check for yourself. The link in the description below. The inevitable Verkhorst dagger will kill me. Yeah. As much as I want to see Verkhorst do well, now today's not the day. Getting to bell time soon. Bong hitting the... Yeah, bell. I was going to say, look, for a second I thought it was brass knuckles, but I think it's just me 50-50. I think it's 50-50 as well. But there we go. Feels like we're going to get done by a late goal this time, says M. Collingwood. How's Gonzo's bet doing? Bellingham has got a card. That's good. Oh, I don't know the Gonzo bet. What was the Gonzo bet? I was going to check his match bingo, but I don't know the Gonzo bet. How is it doing? That's a good point. Where are we at? Another minute to go before I do the bell. Gahey finds Bellingham. Wide to Walker. Nice pass into the path of Saka. But he loses out to Nathan Ake there. Full house claimed. Full house winner. I don't think it was me. Let's double check if it was any of us. If it was any of the three of us at Hammers Chat. Let's see. Let's reload it and have a look. Let's give it a little refresh. Gonzo's always close. He's not close, but no cigar this time. But look how close he gets. Gonzo's always in and around. Sorry, Gio. That was Gio. It's not even Gonzo. Gio doing really strong. Gonzo again. Look, Gonzo got close. I got close. It wasn't me. Fuming. I got close, but it wasn't me. What the hell's going on here? Piss. Congratulations to whoever won the full house. Bellingham does... Oh, I thought he did well to keep that win, and the referee says no. Love that from Kyle Walker, by the way. On Cody Gakpo, just flying in. Do I recognise that? Oh, the same person who won 2 lines also won the full house. They've had a grand old day, haven't they? They've gone great. There is, of course, that cheeky bonus full house. So maybe we get in there. Oh, it's been 74. Let's have a look at the poll. Send the poll to see where we're at. 73% said yes, 26% no. Next time it breaking play happens, we'll be going and grabbing it. Rhiners. Oh, triple Saint change, I think he just said. I think he said Cole Palmer, Anthony Gordon, and Ollie Watkins. Cole Palmer. Watkins will be for Kane. Palmer and Gordon. Interesting. Palmer could spice things up. Charlie, a sub choice. Yeah, I'm. Like I say, I'm big into Eze at the moment, so I would have been an Eze guy potentially. I'm not necessarily against Cole Palmer, but I like what Eze brings as well, potentially from a deeper position. And I probably would have brought on Tony, which is interesting why he's gone for Watkins over Tony. It's interesting why he's gone for Watkins over Tony. Bone is apparently warming up. Squeaky bum time now. Yeah, you're not wrong. Southgate's like Moyes. Yes, very much so. Very much so. That's that slow to sub thing. My hope is starting to ebb. Pull your socks up, lads. Come on, New England. It's the vibe in it. Back towards Nathan Ake, looking to cross the ball in. It's poor, and Declan Rice gets his head onto it. Rice Bellingham in. What if it's Rice? What if it is Rice? Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I guess that's a good point, mate. I've got it, to be fair. The more they get into the game, the more confident they get, and then we just ping it over the top once to Watkins and it's a goal. It's a fair point. It's a very fair point. Yeah, very true, Adrian. Our players falling over, really embarrassing. Used to moan at overseas players doing it. Yeah, it's very much an English thing now, if we're being honest about it. Pulling out don't always work, trust me. Wild, Danny. Wild. Tony's playing match bingo. Gakpo as well. Ooh, that was a noise I made. Xavi Simmons hitting it. Whipped in. Header. It was whipped into a dangerous position. The header hit, and from the camera angle, it looked like it might have been going towards Pickford, but it wasn't. It was coming back out towards Simmons, who hits it. Thankfully, hits it off the floor, but it's straight into the hands of your boy Jordan Pickford. Stress. Still no sub, by the way. Still no gap in change where I could go and get water and bells and stuff. Right, there we go. Right, tell me what the subs are when I get back. Someone tell me who comes on and who comes off. Right, I'm going to go grab it now as quickly as I can. Hang on, I'll be back. Being acquired. Not only do we have water. Wait. Jesus Christ, I've just kicked a bag and all that. But we have a bell as well. Look at that. Your cheeky pocket bell. How have I managed to kick this thing? How have I done that? A bit like that. Right, there we go. Played in. Hit. It's it. Oh my god, it's in. It's in. Saka. Ah, he's offside. He's offside. I sat down and all of a sudden I see the goal. Is it going to VAR? I don't know. Ball gets played forward. It's really close, but I think Walker is offside. Pull back for... Hey, Saka's got pissed off at no one arriving at his pullback, so he just decided, fine, I'll do it myself. Yeah, offside is given. It was close, but it was. Right, Cole Palmer coming on for number 11. Phil Foden. Foden? Interesting. Right, what were the other ones? Kane and Foden are coming off. I mean, look. We've been talking about not being brave with subs. Talking about not being brave with subs. That's a brave sub. Taking off Foden and taking off Kane for Ollie Watkins and Cole Palmer. It's brave. It's brave. Looks like Rice is trying to change nationalities again with this performance. Yeah, it's not been a special one. The silent snack. We'll go again. I assume those were the subs. I don't think another one happened. So in we go. Here we go. I think one of my problems with those changes specifically is it doesn't change it deep enough. Like you want to change what's going on deep in order to make us sort of be able to approach it differently. You know? Is Mainu still on? Yeah, he is. There he is. Okay. Have Mainu and Bellingham swapped? Because Bellingham's very deep, and Mainu's basically in a position Bellingham would usually be in, or is it just a temporary thing? Whipped in. Oh, almost managed to get into the path of Ollie Watkins. Can't quite. He's decided to charge around trying to win the ball back again. Not necessarily against it. He's just come on. He can do 10 minutes of running, you know? Watkins almost managed to nip in there. Oh, bonus pot's been claimed. Congratulations. Congratulations to who is it? DJ Jason Reddy. Congratulations. Charlie, as per, no win. No win. Fuming. Oh, I did complete a line. Andromeda's right. I completed a line, but it was way too late. It was way too late to get anything. Did anyone else complete? Am I the only one who's completed a line from... Oh, no. Gonzo obviously completed a line. Gonzo always completes lines. Jesus Christ. Oh, Geo came very close. Look at that one. Geo came very close. I completed a line, but to no avail. To no avail. Too late. Too late on that one. We tried... I'll get involved with that. To do it the entire rest of the stream. We're looking ragged now. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I say, we just don't have the ability to really. We're not getting into those positions we once were, and I think you've got to make a change deeper than Watkins has gone for the run. Ball gets played over the top. DeFridge cuts it out. Again, we want to be able to get in there and nip away those second balls, but yeah, I don't know. Free kick for Jude Bellingham. Big Bell energy. You love to see it. With a beautiful little nutmeg on Dumfries, gets dragged back. It's going to be a free kick. If we pass it backwards, I'm going to be fuming. Luke Shaw's going to pass it. Yeah, he's passed it backwards. Okay. This is going to extra time, isn't it? This is going to extra time. We need extra time as we're not scoring, but they might. Yeah, I don't need it personally, but as a national football team, we need it. Xavi Simons passes it out wide to the left. Gakpo goes down under the pressure from Bukayo Saka. Free kick in a relatively decent area for the Netherlands. Yeah, it's an easy foul there from Saka. It's an easy foul. There's a trip and a push there. Easy free kick. Yellow card for Saka as well. It doesn't. It's not happening, is it? It doesn't. It's taken a turn. It's taken a turn after such a good first half. It definitely feels like it's taken a turn. I'm sticking by my 4-1 prediction. Love that. Love that, Dave. Solidly here for it. Like I say, remember to subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff, because we will be here on Sunday for the final regardless. Whipped in. Ooh, Van Dijk and Berghorst both there. Neither of them can get on it. It's going to be a goal kick somehow. Yeah, I think he's got that horrendously wrong. That looks like it bounces straight off John Stone's head. I'm not going to lie. So I don't know how he's managed to give a goal kick, but there we go. It's a goal kick. Yellow card, I think, for Virgil. Yeah, yellow card for Virgil van Dijk as well. Yeah, like I was going to say, subscribe, like the video if you haven't already, because we will be here for the final regardless on Sunday. Even if it's England or the Netherlands making it, we will be here for it doing a watch along. Thanks to our lovely Match Bingo sponsorship. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the big thing that's happening for me during that, probably. Probably going to mention it, I guess, during that. Feels like the right time to do it. So, feels like the time I can actually do it. So, yeah. If you're a watch-along regular. Not that you care, but, you know. Something happening. Ugh. 3 more minutes and stoppage time to go. It doesn't feel like it's happening anymore. Such a good first half. An okay first 5-10 minutes of the second half. And then since then, Netherlands have just done well to just snuff us out and kill the momentum we had. And we've never regained it. Saka looking to try and cut inside. Making your resting debut. I wish, M. Collins. I wish. One day. Saka, not a bad ball over the top for Luke Shaw. He fires it. Oh! That's far side. Cole Palmer. Over. Over. Close. It was a great ball over the top for Luke Shaw. It almost perfectly in towards Ollie Watkins. A little bit closer and he would have done it. And then Cole Palmer's shot. He slices that one hard. High and wide. High and wide. No, you're telling me. You're telling me, Michael. It's on my nails, if anyone didn't know. Palmer is literally who you want on the ball at their feet there. Yeah. 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 It's a great opportunity. That should have wrapped it. I hope it doesn't cost us. It was a great, great opportunity. Free kick to England again. In our own half, deep in our own half. Against Gakpo. I think it's quite harsh, if I'm being honest. Happy for it, but I think it's quite harsh, if we're being honest. Harsh, even. Cole Palmer. Plays it back towards the goalkeeper. John Stones, there was a run off the ball towards the top there, but it just doesn't take it. Declan Rice just on the ball, striding around with it. Somehow the ball finds Cole Palmer. Ollie Watkins makes a nice run. Watkins turns, hits it. Oh, Ollie Watkins! Oh my God, what a finish! Ollie Watkins has scored the winner in the European semi-final. He looks as in shock as I am. What a finish from Ollie Watkins. He made a really nice move. He was holding off his man with his back to goal. Makes a really... Xavi Simons gets a yellow card for pulling back the ref. Turns around, spins, and just slots it into the bottom corner. The far bottom corner past the goalkeeper. Ollie Watkins. Ollie bloody Watkins. Holy hell. Holy hell. Holy... Thank you. Holy hell. Bloody hell. Ollie Watkins has just put us into a final. It was a misplaced pass that originally got the ball moving, and Cole Palmer plays it into Ollie Watkins, who could. He's standing off the ridge. He's giving him a bit of space because of the pace, but that spinning finish is absolutely beautiful. Verbruggen stands no chance through the legs of the ridge. Ollie Watkins, Ollie Watkins, and there's only 2 minutes of stoppage time. Holy hell! I think we've just got to a final. I think we've just got to the final. Oh my god. I don't know how it's happened. I don't know how it's happened, but I think we've just got to a final. Yeah, well, it's all part of religion, isn't it? They're going to make a couple of changes here in the Netherlands. It's Brian Bobby coming on, the big boy. Come on, Brian. Want him at West Ham desperately. Alongside Jerky. Oh, and there's England subs happening. It's all kicking off. Oh my god. Alright, so Saka's coming off for England. Oh my god, we're in a final. We're in a final. Okay. Well, potentially. We've 2 minutes of stoppage time are done, but we haven't played a single second of any of it yet. So, Konsa's coming on. Alongside Gallagher. And Mainu's coming off as well. They're making 2 more subs as well. So Konsa and Gallagher have come on for us for Saka and for Mainu. Netherlands have made 2 subs as well. Brian Brobby coming on. And Simmons. So Simmons and Dumfries are coming on. Off, sorry. For Xerxes and Brobby. Big long ball into the box from the Netherlands. I can't be asked to do that. It's fine. We'll just deal with that for now. Big long ball into the box from the Netherlands. They try to nod it on. So 2 minutes of stoppage time are called, but this is the first real seconds of it we're playing. Declan Rice on the ball, trying to hold it up. Manages to kick the ball onwards towards Cole Palmer, who can't quite get there. Manages to just kick the ball away. So we're a minute and a half over, but again, we haven't really played a single second of it until now. So we could potentially see another minute and a half maybe of this match. Yellow card for someone on the England bench. Not sure who. Don't care who. Great turn and goal. 100%. 100%, Stephen. It was brilliant. Daylight Robbery is brilliant, Ironix. And I want him badly, so I'm here for it. I will give South credit for this. The subs, they worked. Somehow. Nod down from someone. Played forward Xerxes. Okay, out wide to Gakpo, who's looking to try and play it in. Nodded back across goal. Control, nicely done. Is that Watkins? No, Bellingham charging forward with the ball. Takes and wins a free kick. Come on. Come on. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank on the England bench. Struggling. I don't want to look at the chat because I know you guys will be ahead. Oh my god, we're going to be in a final. Oh my god, we're going to be in a final. Okay. Ball down the line was horrendous from England. Watkins chases it. Ollie Watkins has just put us into a Euro final. And there it is, the final time whistle. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ollie Watkins. Ollie bloody Watkins. Oh. Crazy. It seems as long as we're only a goal away in the last few minutes, we're able to pull out a bag. Crazy. Oh. Oh yeah, look, Spain. Look, Spain's Sunday's problem. Spain is Sunday's problem. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Spain is Sunday's problem. Bloody hell, the blow did it. Thank you very much, Stephen. Yet more proof, as per. People doubt. Holy hell, man. We're in a final. We're in the European Championship final. Ollie Watkins. Oh my god. And I don't have to do extra time. Let's go. Come on. Match bingo. Link in the description below. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ollie Watkins is in tears. Bloody hell. Wow. Holy heck. Oh, enjoy the moment. It's exactly this, Russell. Right, I'll say this as we go. As we end up, I'll say this. Enjoy this moment. Because this is what I was saying before the game. I said exactly this before the game. Before the game and after the game, two very different opinions. Before the game, I would have made these changes. Oh, I wish he played like this. I wish he did this. I wish he did that. You know? You always feel this way during the game. You're like, oh, I wish he did this. I wish he did that. At the end of it, we go through, couldn't give less of a crap. Nothing but joy. Nothing but joy. And that's my point. I don't care. Spain is Sunday's problem. The subs, the technique, all the tactics, all that nonsense. That's another problem. Enjoy these moments when they happen. We've just got to a European final. We've just got to a European final because of a last minute Ollie Watkins winner. Insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Because we will be here for the final, and now we have to do it because it's England. We were going to do it anyway, but it's England, so now we're definitely going to be here. And like the video because it helps us out a huge amount. Thank you very, very much to Tommy Clark, who hit us a double super chat, as well as with Dave, of course, Acid D Punch Drunk Gaming Wrestling, APGW, Dave with the £5. Thank you very much. The super chats, they help out the channel more than you can ever imagine. The Belder did it. You're all welcome, is all I'll say. But yeah, if you are a watch-along regular, do come on to the final, because like I say, I've got something big to talk about. I'll probably tweet about it beforehand, if I'm being honest. I'll probably tweet about it the day before or something. But yeah, look, mad. Subscribe, like the video. Love you all. See you on Sunday. Crazy stuff. Appreciate you all. Speak to you later. Bye.